Okay, Restream allows me to actually click the button now that I'm supposed to do. So, well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and also welcome back to the Butter Bunch. Welcome back to another episode of... It's not pressing. Oh, okay, good. All right, so welcome or welcome back. I'm Jacob. The button didn't press again, dang it. Okay, this isn't good. Give me a second. Okay, I think that's better.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, it's better. Okay, just... Okay, that's BB, this is Aidan, this is Shortie. I'm not waiting any longer. Together we are the Butter Bunch. I tried to do a thing...
Boil bunch. Yeah.
I was trying to do a thing where I introduced one at a time, so that you could say your lines as you came in one by one, and then BB immediately ruined it.
Well, if you're gonna do that, give us a heads up before you do it.
Yeah, I wasn't prepped.
That's how we normally do our intro for the Butter Bunch.
Well, yeah, for video.
And then you speed ran the intro.
No, I speed ran my part of the intro, then you slowed down your part. So even
I didn't do my part.
Precisely. That's how slow it was. It was
No
so slow it was non-existent.
You were mixing things up.
I was, and it didn't work.
No, you just said you wanted to keep things the way we always do it.
Well, except for the part where I just described in detail how that was not what I was going for, but okay.
Well, maybe you should have described it in detail in the actual private chat.
I mean, that would have been useful.
Honestly, it just occurred to me the second before we started, because I realized, oh yeah, I'm starting this out like a gacha review video, not like a Butter Bunch video. It's always a 50-50 with these videos, considering they go in both places.
Also, guys, chat's talking about it quite a bit. So yeah, I also have not seen Secrets of the Plex. I'm waiting for the review whenever that pops up on Jacob's channel.
Okay, well, we got into people plugging their stuff really quickly today. All right,
well,
fair enough.
I asked because I asked Jacob when we would review it earlier, but he was having a bath, which also is part of what made this late.
Yeah, I suppose the actual answer can be in 2 days' time, because tomorrow I have a double billing of 5 years later, so absolutely no way that anything else is going to be done that day. So,
it's very important, because I guess you could say it's because we can't have it be too late.
I knew working towards that. Yeah.
I'm really excited for that episode. Okay, I'm so excited. Ugh, Aphmau dies. I'm not excited about that, but I'm also excited about that because death.
And now people have less reason to see it if they haven't seen it already.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. Okay.
Yeah, they should, but admittedly, I know that a lot of
don't just watch our streams. Watch the original video.
I know that a lot of people. I said to some people, I know that a lot of people do in fact only watch My Street 5 years later as the method of consuming My Street itself. And when they went back to the other one, I think someone said it was weird one time. I think that might have been Ghost Kitty. Not really sure. But anyway, well, who have we got here in the chat? So Bon is here. Oh wait, I forgot that the connection's being bad, so I can't really put everyone on the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to list people's names: Bon, KW, Shadi, William, Josh, in no particular order. All right. So speaking of things that we are late for, episode 5.
Well,
I don't just mean
we weren't late. we were on time.
You
were late.
I was on the dot, for the record.
Can I finish? Can I finish, please?
Yes.
And I don't just mean the time for the starting of the stream. What at their theme, I mean because once again, there goes, as we started reviewing this series in 2020, and admittedly, this was the point before the longest gap in Music Freaks, but it was right at that point. And yeah, one of the other things that I actually did watch in preparation for this was Rosie Clottey's video that just came out, where really the only episode that was described in any sort of detail as far as like the experiences go was this one. So without any spoilers of what actually occurs, it is pretty clear that that even the creator was not happy with how it came out story-wise. Animation-wise, it's a bit 50-50 because this is, of course...
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like, I think Rosie Closey's a bit rough on the animation, but I personally think the animation in this episode is fantastic.
I was going to wait until actually showing the episode to discuss that, but sure.
But here's the thing. Is it not as good as, like, say, the finale? Yes.
Hey guys, we're doing our pros and cons at the start.
So this episode,
I know we're talking about switching things up. Yeah.
No, I'm just stating, like, as a whole, most series get slightly better in quality as time goes on. Like, again, especially if you're producing over multiple years and you're just like a one-man or maybe a multi-person team with very few new people and just you and a handful of people, you end up advancing over the course of a season or over the course of many episodes, like how me and Jacob have. If you looked at any of our voice acted stuff, like our stuff from episode to episode gets better and better until it becomes really good. If you look at the more recent episodes versus, honestly, say, the very first incarnation.
Better and better, but you know, we have a couple of misses here and there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those things where I think the animation in here is good. I just have a problem with the story. I'm just going to preface this. I have a problem with the way the story's executed. The core concept of the story's all right, but it's just how it's executed and the trope used in it I'm not a fan of, and how it is. It's very tropey. It's very
based
basic.
On the way that things sound, it seems that Rosie Clottey herself would in fact agree with you, because in that particular video, this is the point where she mentioned that after the premiere day, she actually ended up crying, but not as a result of the embarrassment of the animation, but the embarrassment of the story. So it's a bit of an interesting situation now that we're actually here at this point talking about this episode now and not when we should have done it years ago, because like at this beforehand, like when we started this, I've said this before, but when we started reviewing the Music Freaks, Aidan and Shortie particularly were, professing how perfect everything was.
Oh no, I never thought it was perfect. I just thought it was really good.
That was the impression you gave in the videos, and so yeah, because it's almost like you're parroting like the way that people would react like as fans of the series to mild criticism of the show, and that was until, because by that point when we started, only episode 4 had released. So then when episode 5 came out, you actually switched on a story front, and then we just sort of left it there because I didn't want to know what happened, and I still don't until I press play on this video.
I think overall the episode was okay. I think them introducing the giraffe monster was a weird choice to make.
So once again, to conclude things, yes.
But the story definitely took a change. I would agree, but I think it's good that she acknowledges it. I think that's always, a good step and improvement.
I think it was great that the giraffe actually got a solo. I wasn't expecting a minor character like a giraffe monster to get musical numbers in the video.
I never thought that they could make like a giraffe neck be like its own dancer. Like that was insane to me. I mean,
okay, all right. So, darling.
I mean, I did like it when it was like played like the accordion though. Like when the neck sounded like an accordion and moved like an accordion.
Oh right, yeah. So it like slinks up and down. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
One. Right.
Okay. It was very impressive, honestly. Like I wish I could do something that good. I mean, Fallen Angels is close with the whole lion monster, but I mean, it's nowhere near the giraffe.
It doesn't have it doesn't have a long enough neck to support the accordion thing. You could do it with the tail, possibly.
I
Okay.
hope it merges with the living trombone they introduced in like the post-credit scene.
Yeah, talk about actual music freaks right here. Okay, so going back to what I was saying. So yeah, if anyone feels vindicated about the response there, and and how it seems that even like even the creators actually determined that this is an area where something gets a bit more concerning. I was going to be curious how far that's going to go. I wonder as well. Shorty, because you're the one who's like remained mostly steadfast on your initial opinions of the music freaks. I wonder what's going to happen today, particularly.
I still like it, sort of. I like the animation because it's not often that you see that in Gotcha. But I don't know about the story too much. I'm interested. It has my interest to see how it goes.
Wait, you mean you haven't seen the rest of it? I thought you.
No, I never watched it after we reviewed the first episode. I saw like snippets of it, but I never watched it after that.
Oh, so you were just trolling me when in the review? Great.
I think
No, I watched it then. I watched the first 2 episodes before the first review.
Okay.
Forget that Shorty just has not appeared to a single one of these, despite her saying that she would.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like actually watching the series, not participating in the reviews.
Till now,
those two things go hand in hand a lot of the time for us.
Shorty doesn't watch a lot of stuff we produce with Shorty in. That's
somewhat relevant to this, but not entirely. A lot of people do miss out on the stuff that they're in, particularly because usually I feel like a lot of voice actors just don't watch the stuff that they're in because they're embarrassed of their own performances or voices or anything of that nature. That's why the actual voice of the mutant girl does not watch the mutant girl.
I try to watch that stuff just so I know if it was terrible.
I mean, also there's a curiosity like how the end result turned out, because obviously the recordings that you end up sending aren't exactly, one for one with what ends up going in the video. Sometimes I particularly will mix takes. Sometimes there'll be like volume control that goes on. Other times it'll be like match with the music. You'll have to see like how it syncs up with the character. So there is an element of surprise that you can still get, which is ultimately also why I decided to revoke my own rule that I used to have back in the day of not reviewing stuff that I was in, because I realized I was limiting myself. Not that I'm in this, obviously, because good grief, can you imagine?
I love that. It's like I'm in so many things, It's hard to find any more gotcha that I'm not in. It's a real challenge trying to review things. I'm really limiting myself here.
I wasn't trying to say that, but I see why it would come across that way. It's just I guess it's mainly because of the of requests. A lot of them end up coinciding. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, enough of talking about the video before it actually appears. Let's talk about it after. I'm going to move myself up here so people have some face cam to actually look at in the corner at eye level. Okay. All right. Without further ado, on with the review.
Would you give it a rest already?
I'm not joking around here. Ever since last night, I can't stop craving it. Just thinking about its crunchy leaves makes my mouth drool.
Feed me tea. Tea for me. Me tea. More tea. Tea time is me time. Shout out to anyone who gets that.
I'm amazed they get straws.
Lettuce, of all things?
Same.
Are you turning into a rabbit or something?
Hey! Huh. Maybe.
Rabbit mutant?
Shorty, we found your brother!
He's my brother!
I was gonna say, yeah, if I prepared this and if I could actually put like the thumbnail of the video on here on the Butter Bunch perspective, so people can actually see like the most up-to-date version of Shorty's gacha character, which is weirdly enough like lasted a long time, which never used to be the case.
Yeah.
Can we talk about?
No, I actually.
That's because Shorty doesn't do gotcha anymore.
No,
Yes, I understand why.
I remade it a little bit ago. I just never showed you guys.
Oh my.
Oh, cool. All right. First green apple mutants and now this. Yeah, pretty much. Oh look, the chat is actually working now. I can put people on screen
I'm
now.
so happy we won that bet, by the way. I'm so waiting for their debut one day.
Oh yeah, same. The little apple mutants. Don't
Yeah,
think we forgot Jacob.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten either. I was talking to Emily about this like a couple of days ago.
Want something normal for once? I don't want to listen to your disturbing lettuce fantasies.
Well, I'm sorry you're...
I mean, what fantasy? Eating it? It's not really.
You know, you're
What
too
would
pure
you-
for this world, Jacob.
Well, that's what he seemed to be implying before. So.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
trying to know
but
what's here.
like, listen, I could take it in a darker direction.
Yes, please
you
don't.
like to talk about?
I don't
His
know if I
girlfriend just
consider that to
walks
be
in the
dark.
room and he's just he's butt naked, covered in lettuce.
Yeah, I don't know if that's dark.
Remember when I said please don't?
Oh no, I was gonna go a lot worse. I didn't though.
The adjective
for
they
you,
might use is
Jacob.
hot.
No, he dates the rabbit girl who loves the lettuce too.
You know. Actually,
Yeah.
Shorty, next time you do a stream, you should include a lettuce emote or something for your chat.
Oh, you know how Jacob, you have like the Levi drink? Dude, Shorty should have that, except it's just eating like either carrots or lettuce.
The lettuce munch. And just like that, Rosie Closet continues to influence the community.
Acting
Oh, yeah.
really suspicious lately. Usually, she's always asking for new clothes, bags, food. I took her out last weekend and she asked for nothing.
Oh my god, she's not being a gold digger.
I'm so mad about this. Apparently, I mean, it's right to be
I mean-
suspicious. It is seem to build Vebia, but why is he annoyed about it?
Because
she's not asking for my money.
I mean, she does it so often. It's kind of like one of those things where someone does something so often that if
When
they
they
just
stop doing
randomly
it, it's
stop,
weird.
it weirds you out. You can get like sort of annoyed. You can get suspicious. Like, is she doing something?
Oh, you mean like when I take a break from Gacha review for a day or two?
Yeah.
Maybe she's finally given up on her goal.
Yeah, what he means is she probably just feels bad
I mean, if he's mad enough already, it's not going to make much of a difference.
for always making you spend money or something.
Nah,
Oh,
she's
get that
not
bag.
the type to care about that. It's pretty suspicious to me. What do you think,
I hate when she actually seems to care about people.
Jake?
Yeah, why are you with her?
I don't know.
I'm
He
so
probably,
confused.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
actually don't know.
He probably just thinks she's hot.
Yeah, but
I'm
this
gonna be
conversation is
honest.
just like she's hot, but she's on. Yeah, she's so hot that she's burning your money. Like,
But no, it's not. It's not even his money. It's his dad's money. It's his family's money.
she's so hot that she's burning your family legacy.
Mhm.
Dang, she's like
Yep.
he's like her whole
Is that
sugar
better
daddy.
for you?
Hey, look, you
Yeah.
know he's down bad like his family's credit score.
Jake.
Oh yeah.
Jake.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
My goodness, like calm down. Like I don't know, drink some tea or something, or eat some lettuce. I don't care.
We're not in
Do
the
something.
UK. I don't think. I think we're in America.
He exists
Are
in
we in
America.
America?
What do you mean?
Well, it's not a common time of us Americans. Okay.
Yes, it is. What do you
Look
mean?
at the Boston Tea Party. We don't like tea the way
Yeah,
the British
Yeah,
do.
we do. I'm
Do we-
Texan, and I
do
can
we
tell you right now, iced sweet tea is like
We're-
one of our
Are
big
we
things.
missing the thing that this is at a school? Do they sell tea that often at a school?
Not at
They-
school. I will
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
They
Maybe-
also, but they
Probably
don't ever
they
give
sell iced
glasses at
tea,
school
but I
either,
don't
and they have
know.
glasses.
They also had straws, dude. I don't know.
Maybe they just live in like a rich school that like
Maybe.
cares about their
What
kids.
they can
Maybe.
afford glass? You mean?
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, though. That might be another thing where your school was a cult because glasses are more commonplace than you'd think.
Oh
It's
no,
not
they're
in
not here in
America.
America.
Not in America.
In America,
no.
we have little plastic bottles or little milk cartons. We don't
Yeah, we
have
have like little
glasses.
milk cartons we have to like pry open, and I don't like drinking from the milk because I don't like the fact that like the little like microplastics or whatever
Yeah,
start to
that
get
is
inside of
pretty
your
gross.
gullet.
Although here's the
Yeah.
thing, I do love milk too much to pass up milk as a whole. So if I end
Nah.
up dying because of the cancerous particles in the milk cartons, so be it. It was worth it for the milk.
Dude, I just never ate.
Also,
this
hold
cool
on,
food.
hold on. What on earth is a cancerous particle? Can we go back to that for a second?
I don't know.
Yeah, they just have tumors in there.
It's the tumors, okay?
It's
right.
not. It's actually the prologue to the upcoming Alien movie, where a bunch of kids are like drinking from like the milk cartons, and then there's like a little like egg in there, but it's like a tumor shape, and it just kind of like it's like a crossover between Alien and The Thing.
This
With
summer,
a little bit of Stranger Things as well.
this summer, Alien Xenomilk.
Yeah, I agree. You're totally right, Drew.
You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Listen, Drew Bear, you're too boring.
You know, I would normally question you calling him Drew Bear. However, I did just hear Rosie Closey do the exact same thing in her most recent video.
No, that's what Zoe calls him. Or yeah.
I see.
So
Yeah, sorry. I just zoned out for a second.
What's wrong? You missed your freak friends or something?
rude.
Don't call them that.
Which part? Freak or friends? You know, I'm starting to
You know, that's a
Both.
very pointed line.
wonder whether you actually prefer their company over ours.
I mean, to be fair, you three are horrible human beings, so it's not really much of a coin toss.
Yeah.
When you put it like that, it makes you sound jealous.
I will say, why
Shut up.
does this one look like they belong in My Hero Academia? I've always kind of wondered that. It's like,
Well, are you
That's-
comparing someone to Mineta?
No, the green-haired
to Deku, obviously.
I was about to be like, never compare anyone in the show to
Why is
Mineta.
Mineta the first thought?
I hate Mineta. Mineta
hate
is
it too.
horrible.
The first thought is
Listen.
the question.
Listen, my rage towards
If
Mineta
I think of my street, my first thought isn't Sylvana.
Also, whatever is happening on like the table, like right behind them, is not like, or I guess next to them, really, is seemingly having a very different conversation between the two people here. One of them seems really delighted and having a fun time. The other one looks like they want to leave the situation.
You know, potentially, yeah, there might be a story in itself there. Also, I'm wondering if the extras are animated like these people are, because like it seems from when I've like focused on the shots, it doesn't appear as though they are, or possibly they might just be moving a little bit less. I mean, it's neither a pro nor a con, it's just an observation.
Okay, so realistically, Rosie Closey probably made an animation for them, but probably slowed it down a lot, so it's a lot slower. So she didn't have to make tons of fully fleshed out animations for all the background characters, because
I have seen clips of that occurring in other episodes. I'm wondering if it started here mainly.
She could just do what Disney did and just keep recycling the same animations.
I mean, she probably does do that, to be fair.
I mean, that might be unlike Disney. That might actually be cost effective for her, because Disney have to actively retrieve those cells like every single time they do that.
I'm just
They
saying,
have to have like a
you
spot
used-
for them with the amount of times they did it.
I mean, I don't know. You'd be surprised.
to care to listen to me.
Oh, don't be like that, Drew. You guys are my
It's
homies.
fine. Your girlfriend
Of
doesn't
course
listen
I'm
to
a
you.
good
It's
guy.
kind of like that.
Well, normally she doesn't, but now she's started to be actually caring.
Recently, she's been thinking about having couples therapy. Can you believe that?
Yes.
I spit at her.
And that's why you're going to couples therapy.
To be fair, if they had couples therapy, the therapist would be like, "Hey, this isn't healthy."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why you
how
go there.
about-
The therapist
Yeah.
doesn't. Therapists don't usually say they don't usually say to break up. If you're both there, usually they try to mend things.
They try
Yeah,
to
'cause, like,
mend
you'll-
things, and if they can't mend things, they're like, "Leave the relationship, please. I don't think I can help you anymore."
Aha, that is a last resort, though.
I don't. Yeah, that doesn't happen as often as I think you think it does.
Well, why? You've been to couples therapy?
No, but I've studied quite a bit actually. I literally watch a YouTube channel ran by a therapist and a dude who goes to therapy watch movies all the time.
That's what they all say.
Cinema therapy, by the way, do watch it eventually. It's very good.
I think I might have seen a couple of those.
Also, by the way,
No.
what?
Grief. No, don't worry. I was referring to Bon. You
Well,
got it.
okay, so One thing I think that's good since this scene's animated. So one thing I struggle with is that there's only maybe 2 pages worth of poses, and only half those poses are viable when your characters are sitting down. But
Yes.
But since it's animated, you can do whatever you want. So it makes it way more viable to have a sitting down scene. Because I did a few sitting down scenes for the next episode of Fallen Angels, and again, it could be very restrictive to the handful of poses you can use. So, but I think having them sit down during this works a lot better when it's animated versus not animated, because you do a lot more. Until we get to Gotcha 2, where you have custom poses, which I'm excited for that. But
Yeah, I'm excited for that too, because since season 1 of the Mutant Girl, I've complained about that, because back when I used to actually care about if the characters stopped appearing to be animated for a single second, so I couldn't put animation in the title anymore, then yeah, the sitting down poses were not helpful, because there were none for the animated poses in Gacha Life even at all. So great. Also, by the way, I took this out of the title for both streams that are going on right now, but actually this is the first one that was labeled as Gacha Club musical series rather than Gacha Life. Even though it's I guess the starting point must have been Gacha Club this time rather than before.
Well, yeah, the designs remain Gacha Club, but then animated.
Also, I used to watch a streamer who is also a I don't remember, either psychologist or therapist. I don't remember his name. He's a Buddhist therapist. I know that.
Oh, we're going back to this now. Okay.
No, just because a lot of people were really pleased with my cinema therapy reference. I was like, hold on, wait.
Apparently so, yeah. Oh, speaking of tea, I heard someone talk about tea in the background. Might not be so uncommon after all. Really surprised they talked about it. Different thing.
Thinking about how good these cheese sandwiches for lunch were. Yeah.
Right.
That's so weird.
I suppose.
I'm pretty sure I know what he's actually thinking, and to be honest, if I had found out what he found out last episode, I would still be pondering my entire place within the group as well. Because if people don't remember, because I literally just watched this again to remind myself, at the end of last episode, under Jake's recommendation, Luke wrote a love song under with the idea that Jake would actually perform it, and Xander would somehow, I don't know, be a bit more enticed by Luke than he currently is, which is to say, not much at all. But as was foreshadowed at the beginning of the episode, Jake shows up late, and so instead of that, they decide, oh wait a minute, since Jake's not here, Haley, why don't you go ahead and try singing? And so Haley was like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm so nervous. And, they go through the whole, encouragement thing, friendship circle, we're your family. And then she actually does it. And she is pretty. And Jake at the door finds out about this.
Jake hasn't found that out yet.
He literally was outside the door in the last episode when Haley can sing.
Oh, well, maybe that gets reframed here. It gets refilmed here. Because it happens in this episode.
Well, I'm so glad that you pointed it out before I carried on.
Okay, I was confused. I was like, I thought that only happened in this episode.
Nope. No, it did not. But now that you
bring it up, it got reanimated.
Why would we be referencing something that happened in this episode that we haven't seen?
Yeah,
I knew it happened.
We don't, though.
Okay, fantastic. Now that you bring it up, Aidan, I'm going to actually save the point I was going to make right now for later.
Suppose you won't be hanging out with those nerds once the competition is over. I mean, you're only doing this for Daisy, and then you'll leave the club, right?
I mean, that is probably what he would have done at the start, quite honestly. I mean, you wouldn't have too much of a reason to stay there, unless Daisy Strong Arms was like, I can't wait to see what the rest of your band do. I love this band so much. And then he'd be like, oh, well, sure, of course, yeah, we'll stick together. Right, guys? Right, guys?
He should have made, if they were going to name them after a flower, I kind of, admittedly, I don't even know if I would do this, but I do kind of wish that they chose a flower that actually represented the situation.
Yeah.
What, you mean,
Because
like
daisies
Victorian
are,
flower messaging?
huh?
What, you mean like Victorian flower messages? Like something that actually carries significance with flower names? With
Yeah,
actual flowers
because
themselves.
like the name Daisy does not represent this relationship in the slightest.
What does the name Jake represent then?
I don't
I
know.
think they're just random names. I don't think Rosie Closey names characters with a purpose.
What? You
mostly.
don't do that?
I do that.
It depends.
I do that all the time.
I named them
don't-
with a purpose, but not a lot of people don't, and some of my names are just random. So
I don't
it's
do
just-
it I don't do it on a consistent basis, but on occasion, yes, I do look into like meanings of names.
Yeah, it's fun to like give them like, you know, if people actually like want to look into it, like give them a little hint to not give them a little hint, but like, you know,
do that so often because a lot of the times it relates to a core trait that will involve
yeah.
a lot, and then if they look into the name and they realize that I do that consistently enough, then they realize, oh well, I can read this a mile away. You
Well,
wanna keep
I more do it with like, you know, it like gives like personality wise, not according to
Well,
the
I know,
plot,
but like a
to
lot of the
character's
times,
personality.
sure. But
Wait,
like, if
hold
you
on,
have-
hold on a second. Are you trying to suggest that characters that is that at birth, when a character like there's a baby, that like, you know, their parents or guardians or whoever give them a name that just so happens to match their personality in the future?
Well, I don't think it
know.
has to. It's just called dramatic irony, Jacob.
Yeah.
You go to therapy, not
No,
therapy. God dang it.
that's
You
not what
go to-
dramatic irony is, but I see what you're trying to say.
No, that's definitely what dramatic irony is.
Dramatic irony is when the audience knows something and the characters don't. But I got what you meant anyway. Yeah, the reason I don't do so many like meanings of names, I do them sometimes, but not most of the time, is because I've been desensitized by how many times, like, you know, YA novels would try and do that, or fanfic writers particularly. My name is
I just
Akiko. It
find
means
it-
heart in Japanese.
I just find it fun to like, you know, give like just to like think about like names because it gives you unique names at the same time, like names that, you know, you don't see very often.
It depends. To be honest, I'm actually a hypocrite because the one time that I did really go like deep into detail with names was actually for a fan fiction. Yeah, my Teddy Lubin fan fiction, I have a spreadsheet with characters, and like I reference like some of like the pure blood families, like the Sacred 28, and then also the fact that J.K. Rowling had like a bunch of flower names, ironically enough. And so I went through a list of some of those, and then a few like references from the past and such. I kept meticulous detail with that one. That's the exception. Normally, I don't concern myself too much, and most of the time I get names from books that I read several years before putting the series together, so people can't trace the reference.
Yeah, a lot of the names I end up choosing just relate to the culture, which, like, for instance, in Rip in the Dark, there's a couple names in there that you wouldn't get in something set in like the UK or America, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
there's just different naming conventions.
Yeah, Helen Moore is both like a real person and also and also the name of like the poet that created the poem that said like "Child of Hades" in the actual poem itself, and so that's why that name was used. And the poem was called French for Death, so that's why. So that name has a lot of significance. But yeah, again, few exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not my character; that was my name suggestion, so I mentioned it. Anyway, back to here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just doing it for Daisy.
I don't want to be that guy, but what if she rejects you?
Well, then at least I know I gave it my best shot. But at least have
Give it
some faith in me, guys. I mean,
Give it a
who would
shot.
say no to someone with
Give
such
it.
an angelic voice as mine?
It's about to cut out with her saying no. Nope. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Wait, hold on. Is this okay? Now that Aidan's pointed out that we're gonna have the Haley scene again, the fact that Jake is now pointing out that he has like an angelic voice and he thinks that no one's gonna like rival him. Now we're just gonna have with a repeat of that. But then I raised the question as well: what on earth was he actually zoning out about? Was it just Daisy again?
Jeez,
He was
with all
just
that
thinking, I
confidence,
guess.
You think
I mean, his friends are kind of horrible and saying horrible stuff about his new friends, so
Yeah, if
I would
if he was-
look.
if he was thinking
Okay,
about nothing in particular, then he wouldn't have had to have lied. It probably has something to do with like either the music club itself or Daisy.
Think he'd be
Probably.
able
Well,
to
I don't know.
ask-
Whenever I zone out, I usually don't tell people what I was saying about either. It's
Same.
well,
like people. It's so random. No one actually cares because whenever you talk about it, they're like, "What does that have to do with anything you say?" Well, nothing. That's why I zone out.
I think that's what I think a lot of the time when you bring up points in reviews. To be fair,
her out, normally.
Shoot! I forgot the time. Sorry guys, gotta go to rehearsals.
Ow.
okay. So just to pause here quickly, because again, in the Rosie Closey video, this was pointed out, so I have to mention this here.
There's an extra plate.
Exactly, the tray has been duplicated. He was supposed to have just collected that and then taken it away, but there it is once again.
I was about to compliment it for having like whenever he sits up, the tray's like slanted to match his position, which I was like, wow, that's really cool. But then it was completely overshadowed by me looking right, like to his left, and I was like, hold on a second, that's the tray you just picked up.
Whoopsie daisy.
Hey,
I mean, whoopsie magnolia. I don't know.
Don't look so blue, Drew. I know it must be sad to see your boy running off to the music freaks instead of into your arms.
Ugh. Does he have to leave me with you idiots?
Aw, come on.
That's probably why he was so. That's probably why he's so annoyed, because they know that they're not as good company as Jake. They know where they stand on the totem pole. Either that, or it's implied that that Drew is secretly bi and also likes Jake.
I don't think he likes Jake. I just think he likes him more as a friend than these two. I think he just thinks Jake is cooler than them.
I have seen people ship them though, so
people have shipped them.
Yeah.
He has referenced it, but I don't think that's the intent.
I draw no conclusions. I just mentioned that the conversation could be taken in both of those ways. I don't have an answer myself. I'm not going to be secretly like,
I can't wait for Drew to just randomly come out one episode. Yeah, so I'm gay.
I will say I've made there is like some of the characters in the band that I would argue kind of set off a gaydar, but this guy doesn't.
Well, there.
Oh, you mean
half the band is, or like a third of the band is. What do you mean?
I know that Shortie
Xander
wasn't
and
here for the other
Luke.
reviews, but you were.
Xander and Luke, dude. What do you mean?
Is Xander the one that's annoying?
Yes, Xander's the one that's annoying. Okay, I don't like Xander, but he just annoys me.
But yeah, actually, you could say that for Millie as well. But Xander.
Oh, that's right. Because
that's right. I don't hate Millie.
Because Xander was the one
like
that
Xander.
you guys were saying that I was being too harsh on.
What? I wouldn't say you're
I
too
don't-
harsh
I
on
don't-
Xander. Well,
I
maybe
don't recall
you
doing
were
that.
saying, oh, why is he distrust? Maybe you were complaining how much he distrusts Jake.
I just think he sucks. He's so mean.
Oh
for
no, I
reason.
said he sucks. No, I would never defend Xander like that. I just think Xander's kind of annoying. I mean, he's not the most hateable person in the world. Like, he's not a bad person.
I
but he's
disagree.
just
They could kick
annoying.
him out and it'd be fine.
Hey, I mean that'd be awkward
don't
for
know about
Haley. That'd be awkward for Haley. She lives
And
with
Luke.
him. Well, yeah, Luke too, but especially Haley. She lives with him. He's her stepbrother.
So what?
I know he can resign.
That'd be awkward to live with someone after you kick them out of your band. Okay, I'm just saying.
That's why I said he can resign, Aidan.
Oh, well,
You love
why is he resigning though? Is he resigning because he wants to, or is it because he's being forced to? Because
I don't
they're
know.
very different. Those are very different things.
Oh, it's time
I
to
know.
start a sitcom
It-
trope
it
where they
comes
just
in-
torture
it goes
someone to try
crazy.
and make them purposely leave.
Oh no. Although wait, fun fact. I did think of this idea from Miraculous Ladybug, which is too dark and the show probably never goes direction. But what if Hawkmoth purposely Hawkmoth or whoever becomes the new Hawkmoth in season 6 purposely tortured someone and gets their life to be so horrible, makes them lose their job, their friends, everyone.
Oh, just
so
they
they're
can
so
get
mentally
traumatized.
unstable that they could constantly be akumatized over and over again, infinitely. Because
Just
every
give
time they try
someone
to get ahead in
depression.
life,
Why
and, like,
doesn't he just
he
go
gets kicked
after?
back down.
Why
He's
doesn't
already
he just
kind
go
of-
after the people who are depressed, dude?
He kind of does, but he also
Yeah,
doesn't.
Also, so
But
now-
purposely makes someone's life so horrible
Okay, so
that they
ignoring-
become a infinite victim.
Okay, so ignoring the millions of people that live in Paris that like are probably going to be like depressed just by pure power of statistics.
Yeah.
He has on occasion actively antagonized a few people.
Yeah, but he's antagonized people, but then
them.
once he's finished antagonizing them and kumatized them, they got de-akumatized. He hasn't gone after them again. I'm saying he just keeps going after this one person.
What about Mr. Pigeon?
He's just a mentally unstable man. He doesn't try to do anything with Pigeon. He's just too mentally unstable. Like, no, just make the perfect victim. Give them anger. Give them
rage. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the extras are definitely still Gacha Club. Which isn't bad, again, just an observation. Oh, not the walking ones.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's a robot. There's a robot in the school.
Huh? Is that?
With feet.
No one's gonna get that yet.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make the reference anyways.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Mobs is back. It's been a long time. How are you doing? Oh, okay. Right. So, I think I know what's happened. So, basically, the end of the last scene in the last episode and the first scene of this episode happens simultaneously. This just happens to be the moment when he arrives. They're not repeating or retconning that exists. It was just that Jake is irresponsible and arrived late because he forgot all about Luke, apparently. Which, admittedly, makes Jake a lot worse. But at least it makes the edit.
Although one thing I find weird about this is this happens in future episodes when we see flashbacks to the previous episodes, but it's pretty much a retcon that their outfits that they wear currently and their hairstyles are what they always had. Like, it's not even like their outfits are remotely close. Like, their outfits are completely different, but it's been retconned that their current outfits are their forever were always their outfits. Like when we see flashbacks referencing moments in episode 1 and stuff like that, they're wearing the same stuff.
Yes, your typical Gacha redesign mentality.
Yeah, but when they recreate the scene, everyone's in their new redesigns completely. So it's pretend like they were always in these redesigns. It doesn't really change the script, but it's one of the things that I didn't notice.
Do you remember that one person that we watched a video of like off screen who just like showed us her Gacha videos from back in the day that were like unlisted, and remember how several times there were just redesigns and people and just everyone pretended that they were always the same people.
Yeah.
And in fact, even at one point, like, the episode got interrupted and was like, I don't like these characters anymore. I'm going to redesign them. And then just like, tweaked it and then carried on the episode as if nothing had happened.
That was weird.
This is an episode of the series. The creator agrees, apparently.
How we ever know. See, redesign.
Yeah.
Without trying. And how will we ever see if we're meant to be?
I still have no idea if Luke wrote down the notes so she would know exactly how to sing this properly, but oh well.
Yeah. Wait, there are the notes. They're floating.
Count.
They're floating in the air.
I'm sorry.
They're magical notes.
Are you suggesting that in this universe, speakers come out and have notes float above so that the singers know exactly what notes to hit?
Exactly. That's how it works.
Without them being on a score, bear in mind, so they could just be anything.
That's how it works.
They've put conductors out of business.
But there's no clef notes or anything, so you don't actually know like what key you're supposed to be in at all.
What do you mean? They just psychically know. Seeing the notes makes you know.
Actually, hold a second. Even worse, this song was written with Jake's like vocal range in mind. There is no way that Jake can like sings in this.
Is that high?
Normally, yeah, exactly. No. So this doesn't work on something like.
I think he can.
What?
I believe in him. Maybe you don't believe in him, but I do.
It's just a track Luke found online as well. Did he know this exact outcome?
We're meant to be.
Luke included the yeah was a very important part of the script.
Yeah.
Rock, Haley!
That was amazing, Haley. You sang it so beautifully.
Haha, get it? You rock.
Wow, kind of makes you wonder why we had to recruit another singer if it took 2 sentences to convince you to become the singer.
That gets
sing for the
explained
band.
later. That actually does get explained. I will say.
Okay, that's actually
that does
what
have
I
a
was.
built-in explanation.
Okay, that was what I was going
later.
to bring up earlier. By the way, before you mentioned this scene was going to be repeated, because it made me think that Jake was really questioning his place because the only reason that they were there was because the band was desperate for a singer and couldn't think of anybody else to fill in the role. And lo and behold, here's someone else filling in the role. So I'm glad.
I don't want to spoil it, but at the same time, I don't. I'm
Look,
just
the
be aware
knowledge
it
that
does get
the knowledge that
explained.
it does get explained is enough for now. I don't need. Any more
Okay, because I
details.
didn't want you being like, "Oh man, that's a problem." When it's like technically it does actually get explained, but that's literally a focus of a later episode.
It's fine. I will judge how well they solve it later because that's normally what I do.
See, you were great. You should have more confidence in yourself.
Thanks, guys.
You can sing? Since when?
What kind of stupid question is that?
A very legitimate question. From
why
his
do we
perspective, he has
keep
been
him
recruited
around?
specifically so that he could sing because no one else apparently could. In fact, that's why Luke went to him first for this song. What do you like? What do you mean, stupid question? Get out of here. Resign.
I don't like Xander.
Right.
She's always been able
What
to
I
sing.
do?
Why?
I don't know. He's just different.
Yeah, he's different in all the worst ways.
I
What could
know.
you possibly like about him?
Is that?
Do you like the
Literally
fact that
the
he's a
only good
jerk?
part about him
Shortie,
is
are you
look.
attracted to him because he's a jerk? Because that's not
I'm not
good.
attracted to him, but I like his character because he's a jerk. Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
attracted to him. I'm just really attracted to him.
I'm not attracted to him.
I think this might be like the
Yeah, sorry,
the
you're not
gremlin harbinger
attracted.
of
You're
chaos.
just magnetized.
This might be the
No, I
gremlin
like
harbinger of chaos of Shorty's personality coming to the forefront. It's like, yes, drama, please.
That
suffering.
is. I like the drama part. He would most likely cause a lot of the drama, and I like
He causes all of it.
Well, actually, Drew mostly caught Drew and Jake and Haley, who are mostly
You
the
just
bringers
name all of the
drama.
band.
No,
basically,
no,
yeah.
they're mostly the main people who contribute to the main drama.
What about Millie for an entire episode?
Not well. I say the main drama. That was a side drama. That wasn't
completely
was a
disagree.
minor drama that happens between the characters.
No,
That-
but
know,
most
that's
of
not
them
the
don't
main
intend
dramatic
on it, though.
arc.
Xander has to know.
it.
Xander is as prickly as a cactus, man.
And I love
know,
it. I eat that shit up.
You eat
Oh wait,
cactuses?
I can cut. Wait,
We're
We're
on
also
Jacob's
on my
channel,
main channel. As
we're
well as
also
Pizza
okay.
Bunch.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
dear.
Okay,
I had to-
here's
I
my
had to
advice.
ask
If
last
you ever
time, too.
swear, just move on because I think I swore to last stream as well by accident. And I
You did,
did, and I'm
yes,
like,
and you
oops,
almost
a daisy, I
drew
didn't mean
attention
to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I eat cactuses.
Did tell
Yummy.
you, Jake, Haley can
Yum,
do
yum, yum.
anything when it comes to music. Pretty
Or
impressive,
what?
right?
Why is he trying to like set Jake up or something, or is he trying to make him feel inadequate? Because he probably already does. Like his
Oh
entire
no,
purpose
she's
is
not
to-
trying any of that. She's not trying any of that. It's just her own issues.
No, not Haley, Sean specifically. Like the
No.
way that he's saying this line is like, yeah, isn't it pretty impressive how Haley can do all of these things? You know that you.
I
feel
think he-
pretty small right now.
Actually, I think Sean's just literally talking up Haley because he is her friend and he cares about
Okay.
her and giving her confidence because she's.
All right. Benefit of the doubt this one time.
Guys, stop. I'm really not that great.
No, you are. I had no idea you could sing like that.
Why does Jake just become Daisy all of a sudden? He's turned into the thing that he wanted to turn to. The
Wanted
person
to
in
what?
the first
Wanted
place.
to what? Huh?
I was
I
trying
thought-
to phrase it properly, like trying to get.
Oh,
what
I'm
supposed to say.
sorry. I thought you were gonna
just-
say something
He
else.
just became
I
Anakin
swore I
Skywalker.
heard an F for a second.
Really,
Yeah, I
Aidan.
heard
Really,
of
Aidan.
he
I thought
he
that I was
became the
meant to say
thing
something
he
else.
wanted to, just like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
First of all, Okay, so first of all, that was the first sound, not the first sound. And secondly,
that's what they all
you really
say.
really thought that I was going to say something else. That was where you went wrong.
That's
That was
why
your
it
mistake.
caught us off guard.
I like how between your mic and your accent, you trying to discern the difference between those two sounds just make them clear that they sound the exact same.
Further proving my point that it was a mistake on their end.
But it sounded like
Amazing.
we're like.
Yes,
he
and back in the day,
he just became
back in the
Anakin
day with
Skywalker.
yeah,
He
back in the
swore
day,
to destroy
that's-
the Daisy, and he's joined them.
Yeah, see, I was trying to phrase something like that, but I didn't want to say destroy because obviously that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do.
Thanks. You didn't think you were the only one who could sing, did you, Jake?
Yes, that's why he's here. From his perspective, like they might have an explanation for them later on, but from Jake's point of view, again, dramatic irony. Now he doesn't know something that they do. He probably did think that, obviously. Good grief, you're annoying too, Millie. Get out of here.
No?
Yes.
She's dumb, but at least she's not mean.
Actually,
I don't like
I don't know. I feel like she's kind of mean because, I mean, literally in episode 3, they make a pact to not reveal each other's crushes. Fast forward to the literal first scene of episode 4, and she spills the beans immediately, doesn't correct herself, and then doubles down.
Oh,
fully. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
she's a hypocrite
Okay.
and a traitor.
Here's
Okay,
the thing.
admitted
I
when
do
you
like
made your
Millie,
point.
though. I do like Millie.
Why?
I don't know. I think you
I
made your-
just look.
I like
Okay,
Millie more than I like
think
Xander,
tomboy
though.
characters are cool. I don't know. I just think tomboys are cool. It's not-
The-
So
I will
it's
say-
like
I-
her style?
So essentially, both you and Shorty like two of the most unlikable characters of the series, both for superficial reasons.
I don't
No,
know.
I like him
just
for his character.
Why?
Aidan likes Millie
I
for
don't-
her
no, I mean-
style.
No, I don't mean
There's-
superficial. I mean like superficial as in like very surface level. Like there's not much to really break down as far as what the one thing is that seems to make you like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys
Yeah,
are
the
cool.
only
I'm not
people
phrasing
breaking
myself, so-
down is anyone who speaks to Xander.
He's so he's...
Or anyone who hears Millie.
I don't blame you. We barely get to hear Haley sing ourselves.
That aside, though, Luke, I can't believe you wrote that. You should write more songs.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I'm pretty
You,
proud of
you
it
wrote
myself.
it. You wrote it so
Yeah.
well. It's almost like it was a song from like Rival. I think.
Okay,
Oh,
look, to
okay,
be-
out of
okay, to
universe
be
joke,
fair,
I know.
yeah, like I know
Out of
to
universe.
to be fair, like sometimes, like back in the day, I did actually write songs that quickly, just depending on the situation.
Do
my
you think that the bands that they steal these songs from exist in universe? Because
oh,
it feels
no.
like these
No.
are
They
meant to be
don't- they don't
original
ex-
things.
Well, no.
No, they're
but
original. In
First,
universe.
so first of all, most of the songs that are in this are musical numbers that are non-diegetic that don't actually exist in universe themselves. So already no. Secondly, like the other ones that aren't are they're like created by the characters and formed as them. The only ones that could really be something else might be like the ones that they've been practicing in rehearsals. So already a very small percentage of the songs overall. So most likely the answer is no.
Oh, sorry I wasn't here to sing it for you.
That's all right. It's a good thing we have 2 amazing singers in the club, huh?
Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where were you exactly? I believe this is the 4th time in a row you've arrived late, Jake.
No, it was very important to have that scene in the lunchroom about lettuce.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, I like that he still like carries on talking. As an audio technique, that's pretty nice. The only thing that would have made it better is if it like I'm wearing headphones right now. If it came out more on this side than the other, just to symbolize like what side of the screen he's actually like off from. But that's just nitpicky.
So, Xander, what did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. But why didn't you tell me you wanted to try out songwriting?
Well, that's because
Do I have to tell you
I
everything?
didn't.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really, until
Like, do
yesterday.
you
that
tell
is.
me everything? I mean, if you tell me everything, that's a-okay. But if you don't tell me everything, why are you complaining? Like,
Anyway.
listen, this got to go both ways. If we're gonna tell each other everything, you know, might as well start dating. He. I'm very funny.
Yeah, let's start talking about each other's crushes. Oh wait, it's each other. Oh no. Oh, what do we do about this? Oh, come closer.
And so anime was sold forever. Okay. Okay, also, I just to address this because we've also been Mandy in this series. Why do we need Mandy? Probably because Mandy is the character who I said was like the most likable in Clamai, and therefore would even things up. Yeah, because we're talking
I
about.
thought you guys were
characters.
referencing Millie, but getting her name wrong. It's like Mandy.
Why would we?
Millie.
Okay, why would
Well,
we?
they sound similar. Okay.
Why would we? Why would they need Millie in the series that already has Millie?
I was confused. I didn't.
Yeah,
know
I'm confused now. You.
I didn't know why we were talking. I didn't know we were talking about Clamai all of a sudden. Like I didn't know where Clamai came from. Like listen.
Also, yes, I can check that out at some point. I'm on a plane tomorrow, so who knows when that will resolve, but soon enough.
Hearing Jake sing made me want to put my own feelings into a song.
Your own feelings?
Yeah, I've never heard right.
Some of the lines and the way they're delivered are so weird. Your own feelings. Like, kind of weird, man. Can we say these lines like they're normal people talking and not some weird romantic drama? Jeez.
Yeah. Xander, the truth is...
The truth is we're interrupted.
Well, speaking of rom-coms...
Yeah, there's
Guess
a
we'll be
trope.
Practicing our performance skills another day, then.
Ugh, math. Anyone feel like skipping?
Don't even think about it, miss.
No, you're gonna get in trouble, then kicked out of the club.
Yeah, which was the conflict of episode 3 that was like so important for her to address. But oh well, sure.
What were you about to say?
Oh, nothing. I'll tell you after school. Come on.
She didn't need to learn anything. It's okay.
No, I mean, what is this, a school?
Okay, then.
Well, to be fair, it's an American school. I don't know if you have to learn anything.
Or maybe
there.
American.
I meant more so in a
Assuming.
character arc standpoint.
I think all the VAs are American. Although we do have head girls, so maybe, but we also don't have school uniforms, so it
I'm
probably
talking
isn't a
in
British
universe.
school.
Do you get?
No, but this is just one thing I'm wondering, like, what kind of like, because I think pretty much all schools in like the UK have uniforms.
Well, is this in the UK?
I don't.
I don't think so.
The person who made it is British.
Yeah, so's the person who made the mutant girl. What's your point?
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering where this is actually taking place, or if this is in some weird land. Because like we have head girl, which is a British thing, but we also have no school uniforms and no reference to British culture as a whole. So it may be America. I'm just wondering lore-wise, where is this supposed to take place?
Well,
I appreciate the way you word that. It does it take place there or in some weird land, implying that in some that it either takes place in America or Britain, and depending on which one you automatically think it takes place in, everywhere else must therefore be a weird land.
No,
so you're either calling America or the UK or Britain
I'm
a weird
referring
land.
to if it's either one of those or some weird hybrid universe where there's this hybrid place which has UK elements and American elements mixed together, but it's not American or the UK.
No,
it's not something that actually exists, but something made up for this universe.
Yeah, as an American, I also think that Britain is a mythical land where
wasn't there a conspiracy that Australia wasn't real?
Yeah.
Plot twist is actually Australia.
Oh my god. Everyone starts talking about kangaroo meat.
That's gonna happen in season 3, actually. That's gonna be the plot line. We're gonna be discovering that, that the UK isn't a thing, and then they're gonna look into it, and it's like, oh no, it's actually Australia that isn't a thing, and it's gonna be a whole government conspiracy.
Either that or they're gonna go like on a musical tour or something together, just happens to take them to the UK or something.
It'll be like an episode of Twilight Zone. It's a band going to like these different places, and then they see Australia on their list, and they go to where Australia is, and they go to some isolated island, and they ask like the only person that's there, "Hey, where are we?" And then they're like, "Just an island." And then the twist of the episode is that they didn't ever go to Australia because it never existed.
Do not adjust your phone/television/computer screen. We will be controlling the broadcast today on this episode of Scary British Noises.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ooh.
Also, I like seeing like a football scene at least for a little bit because like the last time I saw that genuinely
wait, Jacob. Do you mean soccer?
Can I carry on?
Do you mean
Can I
soccer?
finish
No, I'm
this sentence,
kidding.
please? Can I finish my sentence? I'm trying to
Yes.
make a point. So the last time I saw this was actually in like this thing. I can't remember what it was called. It was like something to like Bad Luck Something, which is by Midori Stories. It's not Boy with Bad Luck or Go with Bad Luck. That's a different thing. Because also I haven't seen that one. So basically what I was trying to say was it's been a long time. Might just be the setting, might not come back to it. Oh, we are. Okay.
I like the music in the background. I'm vibing.
Hey,
to them.
dork. What you reading?
I see you playing from afar. Something like that. I don't know.
Book.
Haha, very funny.
I like. What is this train of thought? When the guy who you saw just sucking in the band room, and then you go over to go flirt with him or whatever, he clearly does not like you, and then you look at him, give him sarcasm, and then not only that, but then you sit next to him, and then he looks away.
Well, I mean, they are step siblings. Not that they can stay with each other that long.
Again,
Well,
they
they
live
don't-
in
I mean, you know.
They live in the same house, man.
God, I can't imagine living in the same house with him.
I know, right?
I mean, the reason Haley's so cranky all the time.
Maybe she should move out.
Oh my god.
Oh, sure. Like, it's that easy.
It's fine. I'm sure there's a nice box on the street somewhere.
I think,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, why do you roll his eyes at the
Pretty sure
fact
you don't
that...
get along with your family. I don't know if that's
Well, keep in mind,
necessarily a fair
Haley and Xander didn't
standard.
get along with their family just fine. They get along with their family just fine.
They actually have a normal family life?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know.
Except for Xander. Clearly, Xander doesn't enjoy your company
See,
at all.
See, you're all shocked by that, but then none of you decide, oh, hey, I'm just going to randomly move out into a box in the street. I think that might be,
Because
I'm flipping the
that
table.
seems a little
flipping
bit
it.
worse.
No, I disagree. You know, there.
Oh my god!
You know, there are priorities
I
in
wouldn't
life.
want
I'll
to
have you
be
know.
on the street, maybe. I would like to have food in
No,
my
Squidward
tummy.
got away with it just fine, and
I'm
SpongeBob.
gonna get away with it. I need
Yeah,
things.
for like
I have
10
needs.
seconds, and then he was picked up again. What are you talking about?
Spare
I've seen that episode.
change.
I have seen that episode. He doesn't stay there for very long.
Starts shaking his mug. It's fine. He lasted.
He really didn't.
Would you look at him?
Okay, so that came through on this ear more. So clearly, at this point, Rosie Closey thought to include that audio effect. Just wasn't enough. to
Look
do
at how
it.
disinterested Sanders still looks in that pause.
Jake, acting so cocky from all the attention he gets.
Oh my god, why are you jealous? Okay, what's wrong with
Probably-
attention?
I don't know, probably because he's got intense stage fright and doesn't like to, and might secretly want some of the limelight, but is too shy to actually attempt it. I don't know.
Watching.
You say that,
Yes.
but you don't seem to be able to keep your eyes off of him either.
Shut up,
I mean, that book must be very boring if you're paying attention to that right now.
Xander. At least Luke doesn't let the attention go straight to his head.
Luke doesn't get as much attention.
What do you mean?
Well,
I mean what I say. Luke doesn't let the attention go to his head, less so than Jake. Like, they're different people.
even Luke is quite popular with the girls. I've overheard a few of them in class talk about how charming or good-looking he is.
I like the detail that she overheard them, as in, like, they make sure to never actually mention that in front of the person that he's close friends with. How do they do this, the animation? Interestingly enough, apparently this was this was just a recommendation from Rosie's animator friend who said, "Hey, learn to animate for yourself. It doesn't take that long." And apparently that was a complete and utter lie.
Yeah,
So,
no.
it's animation.
Yes, so the kudos comes in from like the dedication that was
I
put
will,
into
I
this.
will say one thing I found weird is in like the video Rosie Closey did talking about like everything, she didn't realize how hard like animate how long it would take to like have each episode be fully animated, or she
Which
didn't,
seems
like,
incredibly naive, but
yeah, and I was
the
just like,
animator hyped up.
even I know that, and I haven't had a bunch of fully animated. I had someone so far. I've had Blue have them tweening stuff, but even I am like, even I know having something be fully animated would take ages, and it'd be extremely, extremely difficult. Like I'm talking crazy difficult.
Yeah, it's almost like part of the appeal of Gacha for making videos is the fact that it streamlines a lot of the processes that would take ages in any other format. That's actually like the main thing that sold me on the idea of trying to attempt it in the first place, because I finally realized, okay, this is like something I can actually manage to do in some sort of way. Not to like diminish the effort that people put into animation in general for Gacha. If they want to make that step, then that's fine. I always say that it is unnecessary, but it is appreciated.
So, are we going to talk about it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, that love song? The one that Luke wanted me to sing today?
And what of it?
Xander, quit the act already. I know you care the most out of everyone.
Well, if you're asking who it's about, then I don't know. I didn't even know he was writing a song. He doesn't tell me anything anymore.
Yeah, that might be because every time he tries to open up to you, you push him away at one point physically in the last episode. Not his problem.
I like how they have to specify via another character who just so happens to like live close to this person that he does care.
Live close? They live in the same house.
So they're close then, aren't they?
Yeah, but
then I'm not wrong.
You don't normally refer to live close because live close is like you're a neighbor, you live on the same street. Living in the same house, you don't normally refer to as live close because could be interpreted several different ways. You
then don't interpret it that way.
No, you're supposed to be clear and decisive with your words and mean what you say.
Oh, I mean what I say.
I'm very close to jabbing myself in the temple with this wand. Oh look, I'm jabbing myself in the temple with this wand.
Consider why he might have not told you.
He didn't tell anyone? Did he?
He only told Jake, and that's only because Jake pressed him on it.
I'm sorry, is this implying that every single person or maybe like the name of the person, like it's because everyone else can connect the dots, but
everyone can connect the dots except for Xander for some reason.
It's just because the implication. I mean, that's fairly standard. I mean, I feel like we've all been there, but yeah, like the way that this was phrased was like the implication was that everyone else knew about Luke told everyone who the song was about after Xander left the room.
No,
which is how it went down. It's just that they knew already.
Everyone just has like +5. What's it called? +5 perception stat, and Xander has -10.
Okay, I mean, then again, like I said, I think we've all been there. Like a lot of people, just don't assume people have feelings for them.
One thing I always found weird. I mean, that is weird in real life, in my opinion, because like when I have romantic feelings for someone, it is plainly obvious that I have romantic feelings and that I have a crush or something like that. But everyone except for the person picks up on it, and people have noted that I may have a crush.
You're a very awkward and frantic person in general.
Yeah, no, but like it is obvious. You've not seen me around someone where I legitimately have a full-on crush on. Mostly IRL.
I'm gonna imagine that you sound a little bit like Brad does in Running with You, specifically because like when you watch that scene, every single time you have to interrupt yourself so you don't feel the cringe. So I'm guessing it's accurate.
I'm cringe when it comes to talking to crushes. I am cringe.
Only then.
What I was saying.
Well, I'm always cringe, but we don't talk about those times.
Yeah, we don't talk about every other instance in the universe. Anyway.
What I think you're implying? Then stop. It's understandable why he wouldn't tell me anyway.
All right, girls, I found the spare bats.
Again, another off-screen.
Dude, I thought that was her for a second there, and I thought he just said, "So just leave me alone," and then she goes,
"All right,
hold on, I
girl."
just choked. Sorry, I just actually choked there. I thought she went, "All right, girl," and then started to get up.
Oh my. No, that's something I would do. Whatever you.
Oh God, no! I was trying to say that, and then I started choking on my own saliva. Help!
No, just imagine me
Okay,
instead of
girls
Haley.
and boys.
Okay, girl, whatever you say. I gotta go.
Damn.
I got a motor.
And be honest about how you feel. He's your best friend. Remember?
Yeah, ask him out. It'll be fun.
That won't be awkward at all.
I mean, that's implying that Xander even likes him to begin with. They're ever just assuming that.
That's exactly why I can't tell him.
Two best friends in a room. They might kiss. Oh God, I'm singing.
I love how like okay, another kudos I have to give right now to whoever plays this character because I knew exactly that it was this character even before like the reveal. It was so on screen.
I just want to let you know that I'm cheering you on.
I can sense your aura. I know what you're doing.
Your aura is pink today. Sorry, I'm still on my avatar kick. It hasn't faded yet. Oh, back-facing Jake. Nice. Well, I see there's plenty of back-facing characters that were like in the faded shots before. I just didn't point them out because they're in the lunchroom.
I mean, well, in this series, we have back-facing, front-facing, and then this 3.5 view. Or not 3.5. 3.4. Yeah, this view. We have this view. We have front-facing, and we have back-facing. So, yeah.
Because Raven's also monotone.
Well,
Yeah,
Raven actually is a little less monotone. Like, I know people like stereotype Raven as like, oh, she's so goth, she doesn't have any feelings. No, she does. I mean, she doesn't always emote them, but she does have feelings, and she does have a lot more emotion in her voice than people give her credit for.
That's not a stereotype. That's the whole reason she does that is because that's not a stereotype. That's she's conscious of it, and that is how she is. That's just a fact. The reason she does it is because too much emotion causes her powers to go haywire.
Yeah. As if Tara Strong would give an unintentionally monotone performance. Ridiculous.
Tara Strong gives the best performances.
Yes.
You know, if we ever get Tara Strong to voice act a character in one of our series, we have to do it.
She's worth too much money.
Yeah, that is such a high goal. Dude. That is like.
Look, when the Fallen Angels anime gets made, I'm going to ask Tara Strong to voice act the character. One day. That's the dream. That's the dream to have it become an anime.
Dream, though.
You could not fathom that amount of money, Aidan. The amount of fact that we're even talking about Tara Strong right now is the entire reason you will never be able to pay for her. She requires millions. Let me. No, she requires
dying.
Tara Strong, like net worth. That's what it is. Net worth. $12 million.
Okay, that doesn't mean that's not like every single payment. That's
every job she gets is 12 million on the dot.
No, if it were every payment, she would be worth more than $12 million. But what I'm saying is that's still more money than you will ever have in your entire life.
Yeah.
Or me, or most humans.
Yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, I'll become best friends with Tara Strong, and then she'll voice act all my stuff, and we'll hang out. Okay, we'll be best friends.
They say to dream big and to shoot for the stars, but that's just too big, man.
That's
you
like
gotta
the
know
same
your
vibe.
limits.
That's
is
like the
literally
same
shooting for
vibe
the
as
stars right
an
there.
elementary
That is-
boy being asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And they respond, "The president."
I want to be Tara Strong.
I want the ability to shapeshift into Tara Strong.
Timmy Turner over here. I wish to be Tara Strong.
Timmy Turner is Tara Strong.
I know, that was the
Exactly.
joke.
I mean, it's a better wish than Drake Bell, which he
Oh
is Drake
yeah,
Yeah. And
I
then
wish
he's
to be
isn't he
Drake
also
Bell.
he's
Goes
also
to
a third
jail.
character as well because there was a spin-off recently.
Bell. Of course.
Live action.
Isn't there like an adult Timmy Turner in one of the episodes? I'm sure. I mean, that counts too.
Yeah.
Whoever wishes that character.
It's a Fairly Otter thing.
Oh yeah, and there was the time traveling like adult Timmy Turner. He was pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
but he died.
He was so sick though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Timmy Turner's a lot of people. Good.
And do they even need me?
See, this is what I was getting at before. This is, of course, what he would be thinking in this situation. Dramatic irony. He doesn't know what the other people do. And I said before in front of the audience, but in this case, no.
Jake, the ball.
Hold on. The call, that was like in this ear. So someone called us. They saw the ball coming from our side. Never mind.
Caleb Pierce.
Whoops.
As well.
Sorry, Liam. My bad.
What's up with you today? We're losing because of you.
I mean, you're losing because you decide to like walk over at like a like a simple pace, a slow pace, and have a full conversation between the three of you while the match is still playing. That might be also why you're losing. Just an idea.
All right, I'm sorry. I just have things on my mind.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so hold on. Are they like? Is this like a Japanese school like where the two genders are separated? They're playing
Gender
different
segregated
sports
sports, Jacob. I'm gonna give you PTSD heart attacks. Gender.
Yeah, that's not a
segregated
Japanese
sports.
thing. That's a thing here as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that, but and it's a thing in the UK too. However, two sports that we don't tend to separate are baseball and soccer.
No, we separate those here.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, I don't know.
Is
Yeah, that
baseball
one I don't get.
separated? Is baseball
just
separated?
said-
I know
You guys
soccer is
played
separate.
baseball at your school?
I see. One time
well,
we did.
actually, I did once. But
That was a question for me, Aidan.
Oh.
Yeah. So we did like once or twice. Normally we played rounders, which follows similar rules in the first place. Just with less equipment. But yeah, like actual baseball, we did attempt a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't know many
mixed groups.
American schools that like play like a lot of baseball.
Well, maybe we're in Australia then.
Oh
my god.
Maybe.
I get it. You move on fast, huh?
What are you talking about?
I mean, if he moved on fast, I was gonna be talking to you right now.
You know exactly what I mean. You like Haley.
What? No, I don't.
Ah, okay. So it's just.
Why do you sound like a zombie? I know what you're talking about. You like Haley.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, then again, maybe he's trying to be like more hush this time because he doesn't want everyone else to hear because they're all playing a match around them.
Staring right at her just now. Not to mention you were talking to her throughout science class yesterday.
And I felt like the universal sign for liking somebody is talking to them and staring at them at a particular moment. I mean, sometimes that happens. I hear it in like a lot of things. I mean, even in like the Half-Blood Prince movie, that was like the thing that Hermione says, like, I know the way you look at her. What do you think of when you see Dean kissing Ginny? You know, like, I get that it happens sometimes, but all the time? No wonder Vertical called this episode cliche.
Hey, there's nothing more magical than the look you give your partner. You know, really.
Yeah, but they're not partners.
Well,
Hey,
that
she doesn't.
explains
She
why you
or
had
she
your
just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, okay, pulling an Ivy.
head up in the clouds all day.
Seriously, it's not like that. It's just rehearsal stuff.
Oh, sure. Rehearsal stuff. Whatever you say.
Technically, he's not even lying right now. However, I mean, he's not lying right now, but I guarantee that a lot of the fans might have clocked onto the wrong side of that conversation. Oh, look at that! They all coincidentally have their lockers next to each other. How convenient for this scene that they also talk to each other in.
Maybe that's how they started the club. They just saw they were all together.
And what I like is that so the angling with them.
Like music? Wow, you do? That's a relief. What a coincidence.
So the angling with them whenever they had their lockers open.
Has to be strong-armed into joining the club.
So what's interesting is the angling of them whenever they had the doors open. It just looked like they were like peeking around the corner. So I like in the opening of school, they're all opening their stuff and they start like just staring at each other in a line, like poking their head out from the side, and they're all just turning around. Hey, you want to be in a band? Hey, I see you. You want to be in a band? Hey.
Just do like the three greats. Just like you put your face to that's like, hi, I see you have a guitar in there. Do you play music? I play music. Let's make a band.
Oh my god. They're doing a drug deal.
Thank God the day is over.
What? Excuse me? What was that, Aidan? Sorry, I think I would have misheard you.
You want to do some music?
Math was a drag, huh?
It always is.
You want to play on the magic flute that actually is a flute?
Oh, dude, I want a series. I want like a sitcom about a drug dealer who joins a theater room because he overhears about them doing lines and gets the wrong idea.
Oh my god.
Please, someone make that. Please.
You know, in the video that Closey made, she said she's brainstorming an idea right now for a new series.
Email her right now.
We don't have her email.
This email as we speak. No, she probably actually has her email in her about page.
Yeah, she probably has a business email. You find her email or something. You do it.
BB came up with the idea. BB has to email her.
That's fair.
Yep, for business inquiries.
Yeah.
I mean, technically that does.
You know what to do, BB.
Business, like logically speaking, it actually does count. Okay, back to the video. I appreciate the fact that like the lockers actually do like open and close because making those interactive materials with the gacha backgrounds not easy. So I guess that was also part of the animation program upgrade.
Hey, I was thinking of having band rehearsals at my place next weekend. Would you guys be down?
I certainly would be.
Sounds good.
Oh no, Jake's going to be invited to Haley's house. Le Gasp. I mean, yeah, fine.
Yeah, I should be free.
Hey, did those two get in a fight or something?
Not exactly. Let's just say they have tension they need.
I mean,
oh my god, don't say it like that! No!
They kind of did get into a fight before, but she wasn't there for that. She wouldn't know. I think they might have interpreted the same way that you did, Aidan.
No! I don't want to imagine that! They're gacha chibi characters! No! It's a weird thing about that.
They aren't TV characters.
They're gacha chibis! They're chibi!
Oh, chibi.
Yeah.
Oh! Why would you think of it like that?
What do you? How else am I supposed to interpret? They have some tension they need to work out.
The normal kind, maybe.
No, not the way they responded. The way they responded is like, oh, what? How else are you?
That's how I would respond to hearing someone fighting against
Aiden, you responded at the same time. That's not an excuse. You didn't hear them first and then to get the idea. You had the idea at the same time. You're just as guilty.
I think the music freaks brings out the worst in us, but just us, no one else. Just this group specifically.
I don't want to imagine it. Okay,
What? Okay.
Well, then stop imagining it. Maybe go get a lobotomy.
That kind of tension is a thing. But
I know it's a thing.
There's like actually like the fighting tension that you get whenever you just got done with a fight, which is what they probably thought.
Oh yes, and what do people do after a fight to make up? To relieve the tension, huh?
I'm
sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute.
That is a thing. That is a thing for people.
Just say
That's
whoopsie
the thing,
daisy.
but it's not that common.
Yeah, this isn't Ted and Rob and How I Met Your Mother.
up.
Not everyone resolves plot conflicts like that.
Yeah, it's a
Also-
bad way to make up, dude. If I
Yes.
got in an argument with someone, I wouldn't want that to make up, dude. I would want to hear an "I'm sorry" and maybe a kiss.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying it was healthy. I'm just saying people do it. For
I
some
don't know, Shortie. I
reason.
feel like under certain situations, you might bend under pressure.
Maybe, but like also most of the time, if it's a big argument and it got me crying, that's not gonna make me feel better. I want words of reassurance. I want to know I'm the best.
You're the best.
Yeah.
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 You're built different, Shorty.
I am built different.
Hey, Xander.
Speaking
Oh
of
my
someone who's
god.
Built, speaking of someone who's built different, someone with 2 left feet.
Whoa, Stacy, are you okay?
Okay, 2 things.
I don't like Stacy. She has no character and she's only here for drama.
She
Which
has a
brings
pretty
me to
good
the
mom,
first
though.
thing. Which brings me to the first thing I was going to say, and BB brought up the second. So again, can I finish my sentences when I try and start a thing? Right.
No.
So first, okay. So first thing is that yes, Rosie Closey in that did actually say that she complained about the fact that Stacey was in this being used as just a plot device, in her own words. So that doesn't bode well at the moment for her inclusions here. We'll see how much that plays out in a second. And the second point, which is BB also as hinted at, is that yes, the fact that she is called Stacey, like that is actually a callback to the first episode because the whole Stacey's mum thing. They actually made a character called Stacey that actually matches with this. That is actually a pretty ingenious inclusion. So we've got one good thing and one will become bad thing in a second.
Stacey's mom.
Gosh,
Yeah,
so clumsy.
I prefer Stacy's dad.
Yes, really kind of rat.
It's actually pretty right.
Alright, here.
I love the way that it's like entire his torso bends, but they're like nothing else.
I'm sorry for being.
I think Xander watches too many movies. Like, oh no, he helps someone up. He's a decent human being. That means I've lost him forever.
Being such a bother. Do you think you could help me carry these to the English classroom?
Oh, of course.
The English classroom, you say?
Would you guys mind waiting for a sec?
Sure.
I mean, waiting for what? They're not going anywhere.
Maybe they're gonna hang out after school.
I mean, they are, but it's not after school yet.
Well, it looks like they're packing up to leave school, I think.
They're heading. She just said she had English class.
I mean,
no, she wants to go to the English classroom.
Yeah,
Oh.
to return some books. It might be returning books for the end of the day, or it might be returning books for use within the next class. We don't know
Hey,
yet.
look.
Also, does that person have steel wings in the background? Rewind.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Waiting for a sec?
Rewind
Sure.
time.
Rewind time, everybody. I used to put that on recording interviews. I missed that. Okay, hold on. And yep, you can sort of squint if you see it. Hold on. Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a part of her jacket because I do know some jackets that are like made to like be unique looking like that. I have seen
Dude,
jackets with wings like that.
She would get
It's
bullied
official.
though in a school setting.
She
I
would.
get,
Well,
honestly,
yeah,
I
we're
thought
in
you would get dress coded
we're
in a school
literally.
setting.
Here's the thing: we're literally in a universe where people get bullied for being a part of the music club. Listen, that's not really a thing in reality.
I like how you. Wait, yeah, it is. What do you mean? What?
Well, what? Oh, haha! You're dedicated to music, and you can play good songs, and you're part of a competition that may potentially win you money. Haha! What a loser!
Yeah,
Only a
does your-
weirdo would do that. Like, what?
Okay, by that
Yeah,
same
does your
logic, that
school
applies.
respect band kids?
Yeah.
That same logic applies to theater then.
But no, it's not. But here's the thing: it's not actually banned. It's a private club. It's not like the band itself.
They're still band kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they are literally a band. They're going to enter a band competition. They're pretty much.
No, but that's referring to band as in school. Band where you're a part, mostly playing relatively classical instruments.
You get that
and playing it to like Mozart and etc. like that, and people don't really respect that as much. But when you play, say, modern day pop music,
yeah, when you play
like
the cool,
that gives you
cool
less reason to make
instruments.
fun of them. And again, they play like electric guitar, keyboard.
No, they
piano.
totally still get bullied. They're band kids. That's all. That's all people.
I
care about.
really don't think it's as cut and dry as it's cut out to be. Because honestly, I think more people would think it's cool than make fun of them.
No,
no, kids.
Trust me, I'm pretty sure.
Trust me, I'm also pretty sure. I have been both
Jacob,
a band
whose
and
side you
theater
on?
kid throughout my life.
Same.
Whose side are you on, Jacob?
I mean, quite honestly, like in my schools, no one really seemed to care that much. Like at least over here, anyway, and in Spain. But in the US, I'm fairly certain that if you take too much interest in like anything that isn't a sport potentially, then you're gonna get made fun of for it. By someone. Not necessarily by tons of people, but by someone.
But like in the concept of this school, everyone makes fun of them. They're the weirdos.
Because they're the band kids.
Everyone hates.
They're not even a part of the actual band class, Tarnal.
It doesn't matter. They're still band
The question,
kids.
that implies that there is a different band class that Aidan is suggesting that would replace them. I don't think there necessarily is.
Does this school have a band? Have we heard anything being mentioned of this school having a band?
They probably do have
No,
a
we
band.
haven't.
Besides competitions, which, by the way, band classes also do.
Yeah.
They're not a
Like,
class. They're
went
called
to
the music club. They're the music
So what?
club.
They're still band kids in the school. And to make it even worse, they're in a band class with no one in there.
Dang. Well, but you haven't been in school for years.
Neither of
you were homeschooled. I have been out of school for 2 years. Excuse me.
Yeah. And how do they
you're
know
arguing
this?
against people who are currently in school. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but they all but one of them lives in Texas. Texas is evil. Texas is evil.
Okay. This one I can understand because like he got a lot of bad press back in the day.
Well, yeah, he got a lot of bad press.
I probably would have bullied you too. It's Justin Bieber. Man, he doesn't even look good.
I mean, he kind of looks good now. I mean, he has tattoos.
No, he doesn't. No, he looks even worse with tattoos. You guys have tried proving this to me, and I looked him up, and my first reaction was, "Ew, what's wrong?"
Yeah,
with him?
he doesn't look good.
There's actually a Smosh song that they're called "Bunch of Tattoos." That is a parody of "Never Say Never" by Justin Bieber. It's one of the things they got like, behind the scenes.
Dude, I'm looking at him right now, and he gets like a whole, and this is the same thing I said last time someone tried proving this. He has a completely different look every given day. I have no. In none
Maybe
of
he's
them,
having
he
an
looks
identity
good.
crisis. Maybe he's having an identity crisis.
He's always had an identity crisis. Why do you
Listen,
think he
okay.
got imprisoned?
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you have identity crisis.
He always has one.
BB, let's be honest. You have had an identity crisis too.
Yeah, and then I solved it by realizing I was trans. And I'll have you know, it took me a lot less time than it's taken Bieber over here. Dude, whenever I was younger, I thought he was Justin Bieber,
we
and that
can
made a
all
lot more
relate with
sense.
having identity crises.
Can we continue?
Yes.
Please, I would love to. It would be my honor.
Hey, look.
We're
It's
so
your little
glad to honor
freak
you, Jacob.
friends. Let's go say hi.
We
No.
really don't need to do that.
Hey, dorks. How's life in Freak Town?
Pretty swell without you asshats, actually.
I like this music.
Ooh, your girlfriend still has quite the attitude, doesn't she?
I mean, is that a surprising? She's always the one who always gave you the most lip back. Like, why is that shock to you?
I
Go eat
punched
some
him in the
lettuce.
face.
I told you stop calling her that.
Didn't you learn your lesson the last time I beat you to a pulp, you stupid lettuce brain?
Okay, question: was he into lettuce at that point? Because
I think
know that.
I think she's just calling him that because
He's
his hair is
always had a
green and
thing
he's
for
wearing
lettuce. What do you
green.
mean?
Okay, but this is the first time it got mentioned. Like that, I'm pretty sure that is a huge coincidence if he just happens to be insulting him
Oh,
because of his
dude,
hair.
he's totally
Although,
one of those kids.
Now I'm wondering if his hair turned that way because of lettuce.
And again, okay, and this is also why,
What?
and this is also why I think the bullying is kind of weird. So let me
Jacob,
get
I
this straight.
don't
We have a rich kid.
I don't know that's how
We
that
have a rich
works.
kid.
Jacob,
We
I
have.
don't think lettuce is like
Honestly, I don't
Christian.
really know. I don't know if you can make fun of anything for the guy in the red, but you could definitely. No, wait, you could make fun of the guy in the red for being a creep.
He looks high.
Creep to saying
you can make
for
fun
all the
of being,
stuff he says.
for people fun for being a simp. Remember, his girlfriend is the gold digger.
His
Yeah,
hairstyle looks
no, you
like
get, like
Peter
like
Parker in
okay,
some
I'm
of the
just saying, like
cartoons.
it's kind of ironic that Jake's friends are making fun of the music club for being weird when they are objectively just as weird, if not weirder, and have more problems.
Do you not know how bullies work, Aidan?
Yeah.
Like bullies project their own insecurities onto other people to divert
Yeah.
attention from themselves and have to deal with it.
It's like the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt people, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but that doesn't justify them hurting people.
I didn't say it justified
I
them.
know. I'm just saying that, but that's an important point I want to get because, like, no, but that's an important point I want to say. Just because there are people, like, again, in the AFML fans and the AFML fandom who would try doing that with Ian or something like that, where it's like, no. Can we not?
Technically, it's true. That doesn't make it like.
Yeah,
Here's
no,
the
but people
thing.
use
I
it as excuse.
despise so many people. Out of this group of 4, I probably have the most vendettas. This does not negate the fact that I am aware of the root causes of these things. I just don't think that people can change very often from it.
I mean, technically, people can change, but only if
Yeah,
they
they
want
theoretically
change.
can, but no one does.
Yeah, no one wants to
Only
change.
if they truly want to.
In my life, I have only met a single person who has had a full, 180 change into being a good person.
Dang.
One.
Speaking of changes, speaking of people who want to change, did I tell you that Jax Penmore contacted me recently?
What does he want?
The same thing that he wanted before, but also now forgiveness for all the bad blood. But then immediately in the first paragraph he mentioned, "Hey, do you want me to can you go back to reacting to my videos while apologizing still?" Doesn't come off.
I don't trust him.
Why you didn't?
I
You didn't
wonder
accept
why
that, right?
you don't.
You didn't accept that apology, right?
No, I said I'd think about it.
I don't trust him.
On Jacob's behalf, I say no.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait, no, hold on. Actually, no, I accepted the apology, but I didn't agree to react to more videos. I said I think
Why
about
did
that
you
part.
accept the apology? That is the worst
Because I'm
apology
a nice person.
ever.
But it obviously wasn't an apology.
Well,
He was just trying to get
Okay.
content out of you.
Okay, guys, we've been around Jacob. We know he's too forgiving. Like, I swear, someone could punch him in the face, call him and everyone around him some sort of slur, and Jacob would be, and then he'd come back a few weeks later apologizing, and then Jacob would be like, "Okay, I'll give you another chance. I may keep you at slight arm length, but I'll still give you a chance."
No. I disagree.
Listen.
I'm stepping in for Jacob here. All right, no. I disagree.
Obviously, I draw the line somewhere, but Aidan's exaggerating here on purpose.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating. The
Jacob
point being, Jacob is forgiving, and sometimes I would argue a little too forgiving.
No, but you two were infinitely worse.
Really?
Yeah, Shorty and Aidan are both what Aidan is describing is what he himself has done.
I don't know about Aidan. Shorty definitely. Shorty has a problem.
I wouldn't accept. I do have a problem. I will admit that, but I wouldn't accept an apology from someone where they instantly in the middle say, "Hey, can you go back to reviewing my stuff?"
Hey, can you do this thing for me? By the way,
your equivalent is coming. No, Shorty, your equivalent is can we get back together?
Oh no.
We'll never, ever get back together.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
you know,
Okay, I'll tell you the
I
story
don't
of Jax
really
more
do
like
that.
later, because
No.
it's like a long story. I'll tell you about Jax at some other points.
I don't really. No. I haven't done that in. I used to do that whenever I was like way younger, but I haven't done that in years.
That's not true.
No,
Man, you're
it's-
lying to yourself.
No, just,
You're
no,
so lying to
no,
yourself.
I'm not, dude. In like, okay, let's see.
The difference now is that your relationships tend to last longer than they used to, and that's why
Yeah.
the time frame is widened.
Yeah, once I break up with someone, I forgive them, but I don't get back with them.
Yeah, so once someone has a falling out with me on YouTube, I forgive them, but I don't necessarily go back to reacting to their content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
but
obviously a
the thing is
fake
that-
apology.
The problem is that is a fake apology just so you
both
can
are
go back
terrible
to
and
your
willing to accept apology. Okay, does this fix it, ladies?
Okay, guys, we should probably keep going because I don't want to summon Jax and then make this awkward somehow.
I think, well, last time we did it, he showed up to say he was here, and then we just kind of ignored him. He's probably already heard this.
I don't want to do. No, I don't want awkward conversation. Let's just keep going,
Okay,
please. I'm scared.
we don't always we don't have to answer him.
I know, but it makes me uncomfortable just seeing them in the chat.
That's a good point. I do deliberately ignore a lot of the chat that happens sometimes until one of the guests inevitably brings it up, and then I have to backtrack when I'm always trying to progress the video along. Speaking of that,
Hey, slow down, little lady. We're not here to fight. I just want to know if you're looking after our Jakey boy. It seems
Leave?
he's
Our
become
Jakey
quite
wakey,
attached to you.
I little Jakey
Oh
wakey
my-
wakey.
I mean, coming from Drew Bear, I mean,
Oh my
Maybe
god.
we should hang out more together, so I know what kind of freaks he likes.
Actually, Drew, no one asked, and no one cares.
That's
I'm really
so
not in the mood for your
cringy.
bullcrap today. Why don't you run along and get yourself a little cute outfit with Daddy's credit card?
Whoa! Do you always get this cranky without your boyfriend?
I was gonna say, jokes on him. Drew's dad has no credit card anymore. It got taken back.
It got taken because he got so much credit card debt.
What did you say?
Oh,
He
touchy
about to commit
subject.
homicide.
I mean, I know that I'm supposed to care about the music freaks, the music club being bullied or whatever right now, but yeah, no, it's Xander, so whatever.
I mean, yeah.
I like Xander, but that's just so cringy to me to just like slam the locker and be like, "Hey, you!"
Hey, you.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, to be
guys,
fair,
down.
this is a kind of situation where it's been like years of harassment versus
Yeah, but like
versus the first time. If it was the first time, I would be like, yeah, that's a bit overreaction. But I could kind of see after years of harassment. From the same group of
The
people.
issue here the issue isn't the reaction. Shorty, I can guarantee you right now you've watched thousands of movies that had this exact scene and you loved all of them. The difference isn't that, yes. The difference is not the reaction. The difference is the way they execute it. You can have these exact same lines. The difference is that they didn't have the sort of emotional buildup that happens in post. There's a lot that music and simple cuts do that lines can't do on their own. That's the difference.
Yeah,
I mean, one thing I never really got is how like if the bullying problem is so bad for this group of people, why don't they talk to the principal about it? Like they know they
won't do.
Dude, what does the principal do?
In real life, yes, but I mean, come on, man. Like,
look,
the
here's the thing.
the principal doesn't do crap until like it's. I mean, technically, this happens in real life too. But until the bully victim stands up for themselves, then the principal suddenly like, I am here and I care about the bullies that were bullying you. How could you bully? How could you do that to them? It's like,
it's just normal school.
Where were you these past few years? Oh, well, it wasn't.
I have been in a similar situation.
It wasn't a problem until now. Until when you stood up for yourself, then it's a problem.
What I still find weird about this episode, they had a whole episode about this. Why? Because to me, my normal fix here would be, okay, punch them. But for some reason, it's backward logic in this universe where that doesn't stop situations, it just keeps it going. I don't get it. It feels like there's no winning in this universe.
Oh crap, the connection is having an issue.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
No.
It happens literally every time it hits midnight for him.
Jacob, are you okay? Jacob, do you need head
He's
pats?
telling us to just keep talking.
Is this a shock to you at this point?
No, unfortunately not. Okay.
Unfortunately, it happens every midnight.
Yeah, so let's talk about Gotcha Life 2.
Let's talk about the same topic we were talking
Yeah, I was about to
about
say, what do you
Oh.
mean? We could just talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see the episode on screen, so we have to move on.
Okay, do you, I get you have ADHD, but like we're this should negate your object permanence issues. Okay, we were just talking about it.
Okay, fine, we can talk about that episode. Look, I'm just saying I hate how bullying is handled, and it's also a problem in Phoenix Job High where it wasn't dealt with properly. And then the one time it became a problem is for Aphmau is when someone tagged the school and they tried blaming it all on Aphmau because she was vaguely associated with the Shadow Knights. And it's like, really, Principal Layla, you give her the security cameras and then you find a vague connection to the Shadow Knights. Oh yeah, no, that scene makes me
What about the time she
uncomfortable.
put up the tension? Episode
Yeah, that happens, admittedly, but like that's just an adult. The adults aren't
Okay,
as bad
well,
as
I
the
will
kids.
say in that situation, it at least makes a little sense that there are no cameras around, and the whole situation of Principal Layla in season 2 of Phoenix Job High, it makes no sense because, like, why of all things would you cut from the budget security cameras? Be like, oh yes, I know the one thing we could spare from the budget: security cameras. Because if a bunch of students break into the school, vandalize it, maybe destroy a bunch of property, what do you do then? Like, come on, man. It's like one of those things where it's like that's like one of the worst things to cut.
I don't know that they even really had to cut a budget. They have like a
Refill on
really
water.
they have a lot of stuff there.
The water. Oh, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so bullies and stories end up frustrated. I don't know. It just frustrates me in real life and in fiction. But yeah, because like my brain works where it's like the logical solution to fix things, but then you have people being stupid and not being logical, and it's just like I hate it.
Whenever, like, it's the
Can
problem is bullying never gets like properly handled ever in real life or in fiction.
Yeah, that's why you have to figure out it yourself. The problem is that,
Yeah.
again, in this universe, for some reason, you dealing with the problem on your own just causes more issues. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
These people would have gone away way sooner if they just had a swift punch to the face.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if I was Xander, I would just punch Drew in the face.
Which in universe they did. I don't get it.
And plus, honestly, like it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I would think if Xander did punch Drew in the face, he would get the tension. But you could also, but in that situation, you could also hypothetically blame Drew because Drew and everyone else walked up to them. And there's cameras. I know, but like from a school perspective, they would have to somewhat put the blame and get Drew in trouble somewhat because. You literally you could look on the cameras. You could look on the cameras and see how like Drew and them are walking up to them, and it's not the other way around. So you could literally show on the cameras that these people literally went up to them to harass them, not the other way around. So it's like so there would be actual evidence to the contrary if they tried to argue, oh, he just punched me out of nowhere. It's like. No,
yeah, but then they can pull out the card of like, oh, they said something first. Here's the thing: what would really happen is the teacher would probably pull either the one who attacked the bully or both of them out into like detention or whatever. And then one of them would say, but insert person did it first, and then teacher would go, well, I'm ending it here.
Yeah. Even though it probably wouldn't do trash. I mean, crap, you know. Trash. I can't speak. I'm tired. Why is it 7 o'clock and I'm tired? I woke up at 2.
We should really finish.
Also, KW makes it. Here's the thing. That is a big flaw of humanity as a whole. To just every human. Every human on Earth. No one's logical here. Like, even me who tries to be relatively logical, even the more extreme paths that I go logical with are usually sparked by a purely emotional response that I am then rationalizing subconsciously.
Yeah, that's almost like that's part of makes us humans, of course.
Yeah.
And that
Why can't
inherently
people be
brings
logical,
conflict,
though? And I
which
hate
inherently
it.
brings
I hate-
stories.
I hate
Yeah.
that people aren't
Okay, if
logical,
they're
though.
almost logical, there'd be no conflict. If there was no conflict, there'd be no stories. We wouldn't be here right now.
Like, listen, at a certain point, you got to use your common sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
common
that's what.
sense
In
isn't
all seriousness,
always.
though, like when I say that, like that's something I've been dealing with the older I get, the more I realize how bad people really are, and how things are complicated, and how people.
I guess. The more
Yeah,
that I
it's
see.
it's
The more you
complicated.
get
It's
older,
yeah.
Just
Listen,
like-
okay. When I was younger, I was too naive. Like, and I'm recognizing that I'm like I am way too nice and forgiving and giving people way too much the benefit of doubt. And then I'm like, yeah.
Now
no,
look at you now complain about other people isn't forgiving.
Oh, the
And a
character
arc.
arcs.
Look, I'm working on it, but it's just like it's complicated. People are complicated, and I hate it.
It is. That's why humans
Yes.
very frequently get streamlined in media because we're too complicated to even write consistently. That's kind of the whole thing. That's
And
why
that's
character arc
we get
exists. In
archetypes like-
reality, we have character arcs. We do. The thing is though, the movie doesn't just end when the arc is over.
New arc,
Yeah.
new character.
That's actually what you're describing there is also like humans being streamlined in media. That also is what archetypes in the fund immediately. This does also suffer from that significantly.
Yeah.
A case of we're presented with right now.
Oh, do you cranky without your boyfriend?
It's Tuesday!
Oh, touchy subject.
Xander
Why
about to
don't you
strangle
boys run
someone.
along before somebody gets hurt?
I mean,
Hey, guys.
up,
That's not a-
up.
I think that was out of
What's that new
sync.
drone you bought, right?
Hmm.
Hey, Drew.
Alright. Well,
Oh, I recognize this, like the music from the background that was actually used by Sun Entertainment in My Hero Academia Abridged. There's a part where one of
Where
the
do you
pro
think it's
heroes
from?
drops a Hanukkah track and goes like dun 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 dreidel.
Do you think she has a? Do you
No,
think she has a
one of
license
their
to
things.
Epidemic Sounds?
I don't know. The series was born from her scrolling through non-copyright music. I imagine she does the same thing you do.
fun. Free.
Maybe.
You know, you can sometimes use a word so much that it just loses like all power and meaning. This is why Joe doesn't end up being used too much in the music girl, and neither does neutral both ways.
No, I'm neutral.
I'm sure you
I
are.
don't know. You're pretty passionate for
sorry
being
about that.
neutral.
He's passionate about neutral, which is an inherent contradiction, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an
I'll see
interesting
you guys
paradox.
You okay, Xander?
Wait.
Xander,
Now go
don't
make
listen
out
to
with your
what those
boyfriend.
Idiots have to say.
I'm not.
Yeah. What did you just say? Rah!
Yeah,
Like
go
you're saying,
chase-
kill his sister right there. in the
Yeah,
hallway.
go chase after them, smash their head into the wall.
Oh my god.
We already won aggression from a music club member. We don't.
Maybe it'll work better for
If you need
Xander
to
though.
moan, then we understand. If
But
you want to
remember,
talk about it.
you're pregnant.
Is this about?
Excuse me?
Think?
I don't know. I say
Okay,
random
first-
stuff.
We talk about like the video. What did I miss that?
No.
He
no, we're-
okay, so Aidan just randomly said you're pregnant. What?
Yeah, that's the point. It's random. It makes no sense.
No,
in
how did
context.
where did pregnancy come from?
Well, you see, when a mommy and a daddy love each
Fan
other
base.
very
Christ's
much,
Really?
or when two
Honestly,
mommies
you know what?
go
If I'm-
to a
you know what?
clinic. I don't know.
No, okay, so no, indulging in the Luke Alexander in the first
No.
for a split second. If they were to conceive a child, Xander would be the mum. Just on the basis of like pregnancy would do bones and how much I would like about.
I mean, yeah, but I also feel like if
Luke
we're
is
like in an Omegaverse universe, I feel like Luke would be the one to get pregnant because he really gives off Omega
Why
vibes.
do you have to be in a different unit? Maybe one of them is trans.
Well, I don't think that's the thing in this. I don't think they are.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
trans
think
people
it's-
don't exist in this
Yeah,
world.
I know. You know. I'm tripping over my words. You know what I'm referring to. I don't think they are because we've seen them in flashbacks.
No, you have not
assumably-
seen them without their pants.
Well, we've seen them in flashbacks, assumably. So
No, we have not seen them in flashbacks
Yeah, we have in fact
that
seen-
sense.
No, we haven't. Yes, we have. We have in fact seen Xander and Luke in flashbacks, and unless they transition, those are like really, really young.
yeah, or like really
That-
young, like
Didn't happen.
yeah, no, because like they meant like what kindergarten? Like I think it was like really young or like very early elementary school. We're talking. So it's like unless it was very very young.
He never put.
It's probably not a thing. But yeah, no, I'm just saying if this is Omegaverse, Luke would be the one getting pregnant because he gives off Omega energy, and Xander would be the Alpha. Or is it Alpha? I think it's Alpha. I think that's how they refer to it, right?
I don't know
Yes.
enough about Omegaverse.
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. Well, I was about to be like, Jacob should know. He dated someone at one point who was
do.
really into the Omegaverse. So,
And
I
had
would
to
hope.
on several occasions. Yes.
Because I would hope you would know I hope you know a decent chunk amount of information.
I know the basics, and you are accurate in your assessment of the basics. However, in a rosy clausy AU, probably the other way around.
It's himself first. He's
Probably.
always looking out. I just end up pushing him away.
Physically, that one time
Well-
that you did, I'm not forgetting that.
Thinking selfish things.
Like
Probably
what?
hates me.
Not
Well,
hate
okay,
you,
to
and
be
you know
fair, Xander does have daddy issues, potentially.
Potentially.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm not
So-
gonna ask. It's
No,
probably
this
spoilers. That's probably
isn't.
not gonna ask.
No, this isn't. This isn't
Daisy,
spoilers for the
Xander, he
series
just
because this
worried about
hasn't
you.
actually been explored in the series. But it was hinted in one of the MEP parts, the multi-editor projects, or when Xander was animated,
Okay.
that his father wasn't very nice. If that makes any
Okay.
sense. So it was extremely alluded to that. So yeah, but it was only shown in that one instance. It wasn't shown anywhere else or any of the actual episodes. It was
That
only
would
shown.
explain
It
his-
was only shown.
That would explain his personality if he takes after his dad.
Yeah, so he may have daddy issues potentially.
It's practically impossible for him to hate you.
But okay,
so
but let's be honest. What gay person doesn't have issues with their parents as a whole? Like, listen, okay.
Lauren Eloise.
Okay.
Obviously in
I
love with you.
know a gay person who has the very happy family, actually.
Oh. Dang.
Admittedly, he is adopted, so his birth family not so much. But
Well, okay,
there's a reason he had to be adopted. It wasn't a great place at that point.
Yeah, look, okay, I'm just saying, my theory is the universe likes to screw over gay people and trans people as a whole by putting them in the worst possible potential households. That is my theory.
Well, I can tell you
personally.
right now, for trans people, that is accurate because the universe is putting us in the wrong body. But
Yeah. After this video ends, I'm gonna show you Lauren Eloise videos.
Don't be ridiculous.
Just for a feel-good
There's no way you
experience.
could like someone like me.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want a feel good experience though, because then that makes me sad and kind of resentful.
I mean, that's a.
I'm gonna be honest. That actually does make me kind of sad and resentful.
Aidan,
Like it's again what like
would
when
you-
I see
would
like
you- would you
happy
not
gay
want it
high
even as
school
this?
relationships. I don't know. It's like when I see happy gay relationships, I'm like, I'm kind of
mean like the
extremely jealous
one
that I
that you
could never
wrote
have that.
sometime?
Yes, I write what I want. Okay, well, not all that I want because I write a lot of death. Well, actually,
Luke,
sometimes I do
he
want
wrote a
death.
song that what he
Sometimes,
wanted.
sometimes I do want death, but that's beside the point. Yeah, sometimes you write stuff that you want, or sometimes you write. Yeah, it's not fun. I get very depressing. Okay, like, I can get very depressing. The internet does not
I'm just running
understand
through a mind of all,
the despair of my despair, man.
I'm just running through a chain of all the like of like the advertiser friendly requirements on videos, and just like they're like what I'm gonna have to tick after this video ends. Now I'm gonna go into shocking topics. Great.
The look on his face when he's around you every day is enough proof. He's like,
Xander, you should tell him how you really feel if things are ever gonna be better between you both.
Also, you are right. He probably should not like someone like you, but he does for some reason. So go for it.
Yeah.
I can't risk our friendship.
Xander, you should know him better than
Aren't you technically
You
risking
really
your
think he
friendship
knows
as is by pushing him away and being a jerk towards him regardless?
The more
So
they
either way,
talk-
you're regressing it.
The
Yes,
more
it's
they
not
talk,
working out
the
very
more
well so
this
far,
does
yeah.
seem like just like a couples thing. Are we? I mean,
Yes, they're talking about their feelings for each other. Of course, it seems like a couple's thing. What's your point?
oh wait, are they actually gay?
Yes.
No, I just missed that this whole time.
Oh my god!
Sweet lord. Okay.
That has been a canon fact that has been mentioned since literally episode 2.
Oh.
Yes.
I knew that.
Okay.
What did you think? What did you think
You
they
know
were?
what?
Did you think
I
they were both
I don't
straight?
know. I thought they're just a really gay-coded friendship.
I feel
No!
I feel like I am, so gay coded. It's actually gay. No, I feel vindicated now to watch the episode 4. So again, I was more prepared for this than PP.
Ruin your relationship.
That's what everyone strives to be.
Damn it all, I'll do it!
Yes!
hey!
Wait.
I'm just gonna imagine like he just like walks up, just like goes up to this like, hey, Luke, just like still walking up. I like you, okay? Bye.
You know,
like you.
Comes away.
Someone had to be redirected for lines on that because Xander sounded a lot more frustrated, and everyone else is just happily cheering. Whoa, yeah!
Well, yeah, of course. Well, yeah, he is frustrated. Are happy. No redirections required. That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like
It's now or never.
Get him, Xander!
Again, the ear. Oh, okay. We finally get like the music video. Connection issues just in time. I have to wait for a second. Okay, moving on.
Like it would break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new feelings.
Okay, so interesting that this is being cyber Rosie. I would have put this like after they have a con with each other, because it kind of seems like the thing you would after you get.
Well, a lot of drama happens next, so Also, we can't hear you, Jacob. You're a very good talker. Man, you're making such good points right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Words have never been spoken so wise.
It's so true.
Right. So what I was saying was I was trying not to hint at part that happens later that I'm not supposed to know about yet. Then it makes this song even worse because then it just ends up serving the getting his hopes up unnecessarily. only to be immediately.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a case where he does know Luke has feelings for him. To be fair, he does know that.
Yes, he does. Okay.
Everyone, but
at least the whole push thing, and the leaf in the hair. That's a callback right there. I was gonna say.
Oh, you'd be such a nice touch. Imagine if one day he gets like an earring, but it's like shaped like a leaf.
That would be cool. But he'd have to have a different rear hair because his back hair, his rear hair doesn't have an ear. Or well, his ear has his ears covered. So it would have to be done in a way where his ears are showing.
Yes, I think that was fairly obvious, but
I feel like anything with a leaf would work.
make his design made Emily.
Oh my god. Duh.
Okay, that stick was gonna like bounce off the wall and come on the head. Just saying, there's nothing behind them.
He's holding his heart in his hands. Time for it to get crushed.
Okay, that music video was too bad. Still having connection issues.
I liked. I mean, I do.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. Lagging.
I mean, I don't
Anyways,
know. I feel like Xander always gets the worst songs. Apparently, I mean, nothing comes close to Chase Scene, but still, like,
you know,
just the fact that I mean that was like the blandest out of all of them because I mean, Luke's song was composed very quickly, so I give it some leeway. But like, consider like how Seasons actually like really ties to like their back seasons like as a whole concept in the music video. That just kind of like shows a couple pretty visuals and maybe like a few from there, and nothing else. Only for like this particular moment, it feels like an obligation, which Rosie did actually say that her episode ended up becoming an obligation sometime around here. That's probably reflected in the product.
I mean, you know, he never gets punished for sucking like by the people around him. Maybe this is the universe giving karma by simply giving him terrible music.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I feel like,
He's
you
not
know, considering that Aidan's already hinted to
bad.
this, I think this might be the karma.
Admittedly, I don't hate the music either, but I'm playing devil's advocate.
And there it is.
The truth is, I've liked you for a really long time now. I don't know if you've ever seen
This part's about to get really gross. I hate it.
Yeah, of course. Like it was. It's got like recalls. Like, you know, Xander leaves, and then Luke is like, "I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way because I have feelings for someone else." And then that's it. Because again, the exact visual that Rosie Causey used just has to have Daisy as a plot device, not Daisy. Wait, I forgot.
Her as a plot device.
Her name.
Stacy.
I forgot her name now.
Stacy.
Stacy. There we go.
Stacy's
I made a whole point about it before, and I
mom
forgot.
has got it going on.
That just actually is, and yeah, like either this scene was.
She's only in this. Keep in mind, she's only in this episode and only this one episode. She disappears after the. She served her plot reason, and then she disappears.
Stacy.
Then she disappears into a hole, never to appear again. Well, maybe she appears as a background character, but that's just reusing her model. It's not like she says any lines going forward.
No, it's kind of like Theo Gautier from Code Lyoko, yeah, who actually was also introduced to have a one episode romance rift that also didn't go anywhere. Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah. We eventually got what's his name? Crap. Why am I forgetting his name? William. We got William, and he was interesting, sort of.
Yeah.
Although I hated how the writers treated him. He was like only a romantic rival, and then season 4, he was only his body was only used as a physical opposition to the Lyoko warriors. And then once he got freed from that, he never went to Lyoko again until technically Evolution. But yeah, no.
I hope no one was planning to watch Code Lyoko season 4, but okay.
Also, it is. Speaking of writers, big sad writers are still on strike. Good actors though, their strike is done. They got victory.
No, I thought the writing guild got passed, but the actors guild didn't.
I think it's the other way around.
I'm so glad that we seamlessly segued into that conversation.
Cool.
Come to like me.
Ew.
Come
creepy.
Oh, yeah. What,
No,
or
never
dare I
mind. You're
say,
right.
learn
It was
to
writers.
like her.
No.
Learn to like her.
Oh my god, no! Give me Kai flashbacks.
I understand why you hate this scene. I don't like it. He built it up to me for years, so I'm desensitized to it by this point. But if I watched this for the first time, needless to say, I'd be giving like the
You should
classic
You should
Jacob
never have to learn to like someone. You should like someone because of who they are, or if they weren't the nicest person at first and change, and then you like the new person they become. That's one thing, but you shouldn't have to learn to like anyone at any point. You shouldn't feel the pressure to like anyone, regardless of anything. Regardless of that, you should like them because of who they are, not who they can become or who
I appreciate that Ghosty joins chat just after
Great
Code
House Space is
Lyoko
a
was
plot device,
mentioned.
but also has like a You're also both doing William a bit of a disservice contributions as like a human being, but we're not going to get into that because I was trying
He's
not to bring
mostly
up
a
in the first
plot
place.
device in Code Lyoko, to be fair. He's mostly used purely as
Did
a
I
plot
just
device for
say?
drama. Okay, I like William,
What
but
did I just
also
say?
the writers wanted him to be for a plot device. And since Anyways, let's keep going. That's all the writers wanted from him. And he runs away before he can explain because drama.
Yeah.
And also, okay, Stacey, do not kiss anyone out without properly asking them if they want to kiss. That's creepy. That's gross.
Yeah, it only works in movies.
Don't touch me if I. No, I don't. It's gross. If anyone ever tries kissing me without
if
asking
anyone tries
for it,
kissing
I will
me,
punch
I'm
them.
done.
I will push them off and punch them. I'm sorry. Ain't no one laying
I
their
know
hands on me.
I'm looking for a man, but if any one of them
If
tries to
anyone
lay
tries to
even a
kiss
finger on me,
Without my consent, if I don't want it, I will
if one
punch.
of them even dares to ask if they can kiss me, I swear to God,
they have to
Peter,
get
that's
consent.
anything you can ask.
Can you imagine that was like Aidan's Tinder bio?
Listen, okay.
Hey
if
guys,
anyone tries
I'm
kissing
looking
me
for
without my consent, I am punching. I am throwing hands. I don't care who you are. You could be like the richest, best looking person.
You could be
in the
Danny
world.
Gonzalez.
I will
you could be
punch you.
CG5.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey guys,
I will
I'm
still punch
looking
you
for
because no.
Hey guys,
I
I'm
don't-
looking for a handsome, muscly man who's willing to give me all kinds of intimacy. Here,
Just ask for consent.
I will say, however, if any of you even dare to ask me to kiss, I will
No.
kill you.
Terrible. No, you know what I mean. Listen, okay.
We do. We're teasing you. We know what you mean.
Yes, I know. Listen, okay. I ain't no one doing that to me. I'm sorry. I'm throwing hands with anyone who tries that.
You don't want that intimacy with someone ever.
No. Listen, okay. I need consent. You must get my consent.
Well,
consent.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly, Cole. Great. If I was Yuki, I would go and punch you.
He
in
has
the throat.
many reasons to feel called out. He's done so many terrible things. What do you mean?
Listen, Cole Gray, I'm just saying, if someone finds your corpse in your apartment with tons of knife wounds all over, all your fingers broken, your kneecaps busted, It was me because you tried something.
I will say, yeah.
Let's face it.
Found dead.
It's corpse you found him first because he want to join the gang.
What am I
Cole is the type of person to die, and no one will complain about the body being
I
found
make a
until 1 month
mystery
later.
game called Cole's about Aidan killing Cole Gray.
Aidan killing
No,
Cole
yeah,
Gray.
just
Naming the bad boy epilogue.
This becomes like, yes, it's like a Markiplier inspired like Meg who killed the bad boy.
Yeah.
And like no, it immediately opens up with I did it. I killed the bad boy.
Mhm.
And then it leads into an instructional
5
video about
seconds
how
long.
you did it.
So it all
So-
starts. I'm at
So
the bar
first, we
with
need to
Cole
go
Gray.
into the main room.
He touched me. I can't have that.
I slit his throat.
No, wait, you can't slit the
He
throat.
just
Yeah,
bumped into my
you can't slit the
shoulder
throat.
and
Yeah,
I
you gotta tackle him to the ground, knock him out, and then tie him up. But then make sure you get a bunch of knives, surgical
I
scalpels.
bumped into my shoulder, but you know,
So-
I
Yep,
wasn't
still
having it.
tick. Still ticking those guidelines right now. Tick, all of them. Yep.
Aiden talking about ways to torture someone. Listen, I know.
Uh-huh. Yes, you certainly do, and I'm more concerned about
Listen.
that, but I don't have time to die now.
The
Xander.
violence.
Don't
Luke.
stray him. That's
Again, like I said,
Grace is
I'll punch her in the
immediately make it
face.
even worse than normal.
Heard your reply.
No,
Really?
psycho.
So hold on a second. I
away.
haven't. Hold on a second. Wait, I know that your best friend just ran away in distress, and you probably want to address that. But hey, you better reply to my question first. That's way more important, obviously.
I think you get the reply though.
Stacy's mom has got her grounded
Has
now.
not raised a child well.
Yeah. Stacy's mom have not raised her child well. I don't know. I'm very good at this.
Thank you for
I don't-
trying
Stacy-
so hard to make
He's-
that work with the
No.
beat.
Stacy's dad has raised a child bad.
There we go.
She's all. She's
holding him back,
That-
and it's made us all mad.
No, Jacob, you got this, Aiden. Here, head pat. No, I touched him. Oh no, Aiden, wait. Stay away from me.
Stabs him throat. What did you ask for my consent?
Well, looks like we're not gonna hear from Phoebe for a while, guys. So stay tuned. The butter
we might
bunch,
actually finish
yeah,
the video
is
under
now
2 hours.
We need a new replacement for the butter bunch, guys.
We
We're
need a
gonna
new
we're posting applications soon.
holding
Keep an eye out for them. Just remember to ask me for consent before you make contact with me, or else.
Guys, the one special rule: never touch Aiden.
My body is a weapon.
Situation.
So, you're the new Butter Bunch member, are you? Well, there's a couple of rules you need to learn around here, rookie. Rule number 1, no one touches Aiden. I hope people have seen the Smosh Pit videos, otherwise they don't know who the Chosen is, and they will not get that.
What's Xander running for?
He's running because relationship dramas.
Come on! Wait! What?
That's all you need. Is this me, or does this like the music be louder at this point? Because like all I can hear is like their footsteps as they run.
It should be louder because, like, you know, it's a pretty intense scene right now. They're running from their feelings. Maybe you get a sense of emotion,
Yeah,
and then you just
Mhm. Running from their feelings like Kawaii-chan ran from her boyfriends in high school.
Xander, stop running!
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
You're fast.
Why are you running after me? Weren't you just...
Why are you running with me?
Not run. Just running after. Okay,
You
running with me.
to go back to her. Don't let me.
Ew.
don't mind if I do. She's honestly still a better person than you are, despite everything she's done. Seconds.
I don't know. I mean, I think they're both. I think they're both in the gutter at this point, and I don't say. I say neither of
Them
them.
without consent, and you know.
Yeah.
That is
I
a pretty
mean,
good
okay.
thing,
To be fair,
especially-
Xander
Yeah,
is a
but
jerk,
yeah, but
yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Xander appeared on someone's bed one time.
Yeah, but
that was a metaphor.
Was that
I don't know what the metaphor means,
I
but that was
know.
a metaphor, not literal. Weirdly.
He's the monster under
I
the bed.
know. I just refuse to let that die.
It's too painful. Just leave already.
I don't like that girl, Xander. I like you.
I don't like her. She kissed me without consent. I'm calling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the school about it later.
I'm gonna press
Okay. Okay.
Emotional confession.
I'm in love with you.
I know I'm memeing this, but yes. Oh my god, the love word.
For a
Dang.
really long time. That song Haley
Dang.
sang for me. That about
The
you.
L word. Leprosy.
Only saw me as a child.
Have you seen the anime trope? Oh, we're just childhood friends. You can't like me. Like, that's the whole anime trope. Like, these people have no media literacy at all.
Yeah. Although I think two different things at this point. One, I'm going to bring up later, but the second one is that is that all I can think about is like whenever, like I'm the opposite to Aidan as far as like when I have crushes on, extremely subtle, and I'm to like the point where like one realizes it, like not even just like the person is like, oh, it's so obvious to everyone else. No, it just legitimately isn't because acting. But so whenever I get around to like an actual, a lot of the time, what my brain just ends up doing is like going, yes, you weren't supposed to. No, my Mac detected for ages or something like that. Which now just makes me think of Technoblade, but
I wanted to tell you for so long, but recently, it seems like all I do is make you feel uncomfortable. I could never seem to find the right time or the right way to tell you. I'm probably making you uncomfortable.
You're wrong.
I mean, you should be uncomfortable. She did kiss her. You
other
well,
than the
technically,
time
did
that
make you uncomfortable
because what Xander?
When you would get close, I was scared because I didn't notice how I really felt about you.
This is stupid.
It's
I was
not
scared of my true
stupid.
feelings and how. It's pretty stupid.
To be fair,
you away.
Yeah, but I get being scared of your feelings, though.
Hey, Joe, you
I
get
don't
him-
like that
yeah.
I don't like that he physically pushed him away. But I get pushing someone away because you're scared of your feelings.
But if you,
it's normal to do. It's not good to do, but it is something that a lot of people do. I mean, I've done that before.
This is the part
He's
where
just an
Gotcha
emotional little
would probably
crybaby.
say skip. Something like that, yes.
Our friendship. I lose you.
Okay,
oh
I do
yes,
like
and
the
pushing
cry.
him away won't lose him. Okay, the tears look good, but
Yeah, I must say, I've got to focus more on the light pausing so much. I distracted today.
I mean, him pushing him away, he still stayed relatively close to him, even if he did push him away. It's just he pushed him away from the like romantical feelings, it seemed, rather than the friendship. But,
No, but it seems even the friendship feelings like he pushed him away at times. Which, okay, as someone who has had friends recently push me away, whether they meant to or not, it's painful, okay, and it hurts like hell and you do not enjoy it. So
Yeah,
trust me, it damages you beyond belief.
No, I'm not saying that it's not painful, because I get it. I've been pushed away too. With the amount of times that I've pushed people away and have been pushed away, I get it. It's not good. But you know, people do it regardless. They're scared of feelings. That's just a normal human emotion. They're scared of something that they either can't figure out, or they're scared of what's to come. It's just how it goes. If they,
Man, I sort of get that, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, if you, I mean, at a certain point, if it takes someone so long to get their crap together, and they end up just hurting me, and at the end of the day, even if they didn't mean to, but it took them like maybe years or like months to get their crap together, I don't really know
That's why
how to
therapy's
handle
a thing.
Well, sometimes people just have
People
issues.
don't go to therapy.
And some people won't listen to you, so, you know, which also frustrates me. But, you know, who needs to listen to me? What do I know? Fun times.
You can play the video, Jacob. I saw it.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I was listening.
The Aidan trauma. The Aidan trauma and lore.
Is there going to be a leaf in his hair again? And this time he lets him take it out himself? Oh no. Why?
Nah, they're just in the foreground.
Well, honestly, that might be a good thing. They don't like Stacy.
And I'll probably call you names a lot.
Oh, okay. That sounds toxic.
I'm a little selfish at times, and I get jealous.
Okay, hold on. Before this is exactly what happened with Aaron and Afmal's confession scene, except for there, it's like minor things that seem like because in one's like own head rather than genuinely why do people like these two? Oh, that's why.
They like him because gay. That's I feel like that's part of the main reason why people like it. I mean, this is a beautiful shot.
I hope there is development to their relationship.
No, okay. So just FYI about season as whole.
Aidan,
their relationship.
Stop telling us.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If we're judging it off the metric of the whole season, there is no more development about the relationship.
I am a ghost, and I'm here from the future.
No, I'm just saying.
Tell you that you're telling
I can't hear anything anymore. My headphones are off.
All I'm saying is, for the rest of the season, they're just together.
I'm gonna die. Thank you for Twitter.
That's as complicated as it gets. It doesn't get any more complicated. It doesn't get any less complicated. It's just the status quo now. It just becomes the status quo. That's it. That's all I'm saying. There's no more development. They're done with development.
Well, so it's kind of like Millie, who has like one episode to herself, and then like
pretty much one
episode
episode of development, and then we no longer touch on it beyond that.
Well, I mean, is this only a one season type of thing?
There's gonna be a second season, so maybe in season 2 it's gonna be expanded on,
then
which I think.
Hopefully it does. I'm not saying it has to be expanded upon in one season. I mean, it'd be nice to have like a little slow burn to it, because whose relationship, if it's toxic at first, his relationship starts to get healthy in the matter of like
a second.
How long it took them? Yeah, how long the season is. Like, not really. It takes time to like figure that stuff out. Anyways, gotcha review.
Yeah.
Gotcha review.
Yeah, good. The thing I hated from Armal being replicated here. I mean, again, the Armal one actually sort of does that relatively well, because
the Armal one does it fine because it's minor things that someone find annoying.
Yeah.
Like, again,
I just said
you
that,
know, like stuff like No, again, minor things versus actual problems that may seriously affect your relationship with the person and you as a person. Like, if you're able to talk about that kind of stuff, then it's like, yeah, but that could be problematic eventually. Like, again, it would be better if you listed off stupid stuff like, oh, I'm always busy on Thursdays playing the RPG or something like that. Like dumb stuff.
Yeah, I drink milk straight from the carton or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
and
read
then
too much
Aaron says the
fan
exact same
fiction.
thing.
Which kind of gross drinking milk straight out of the milk carton. I mean, if you guys are living in the same household,
that's why she mentioned it. That's why she
No,
brought
I know,
it up.
but I mean, it's not bad if you're a couple living in the same household where you share a milk, but hopefully she's not doing that to a milk carton that Casey and Caitlin are drinking out of, because that's kind of gross about telling them. Being like, oh yeah, I drank straight from the milk carton.
Yeah, I wish I had an answer to that question. I don't actually know.
I really hope she doesn't, because that's kind of gross. That's actually very gross. Do not do that to people.
We might have to talk later.
I like
Okay,
Armau. I only like Armau starting in Phoenix Drop High and season 2.
I said later.
Season 1, My Street Armau sucks.
I said
Hot take.
later.
Okay,
we can talk later.
Listen,
This
we've
video
talked
is
about a
2.5
lot of stuff.
hours.
You may not
Yes,
not
we
wanna
have.
monetize
That's
this.
why I'm trying to not bring up every little point too often. Like, okay, I like to try to address certain things, like bring up like one-off sentences, but then every time I do like a one-off sentence that people already have a little bit of context for watching this video or having seen the music things or whatever, then every single one ends up becoming like a full-on discussion. That's why we're still here.
I love discussions, though.
Also charming, witty.
But we've also been here for 2 hours now.
Yes.
Actually, I might have to go soon, so can we
Okay,
please
let's
do this
hurry up.
one?
We're at near end episode anyways.
The last scene, don't worry.
Say such embarrassing things.
Okay.
I love you, Xander.
Oh, you're jumping straight to love. Oh my god, why are you jumping to love? You okay.
Because
it happens.
they've developed they're childhood friends. They've developed feelings for each other over
Yeah,
time.
but like love is strong. Love
And
is
this
strong.
is the thumbnail. Okay, so what on earth are they all crouched down and underneath that one bush? That they could,
Obviously, they're not
bend
doing a
that
good
much.
job at it, Jacob.
Yes,
I mean, honestly, I would be okay.
like,
So, two things: I would be uncomfortable crouching
with their
in a bush
heights.
at
Like,
all.
oh yeah, time to like crouch under a bush right now.
Okay, I will say I would be uncomfortable crouching in a bush because one, it's a bush, and I hate being dirty and being near that all the pointy stuff and leaves, and I don't like it. And two, I'm too close to people. I need a little bit of space. Like I cannot be that physically close.
It's okay. You can go behind a tree.
Yeah, stop punching them.
Listen, okay, we've been over this. Do not touch me, like I said.
I miss you. I still haven't mourned over it.
Yeah, she was a good woman, but she had to die. It had to happen.
Ow! What? Sorry. It's Millie. She keeps.
It's not my fault your butt is so big.
Would you?
He's got Stumpy.
The coast clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ship has officially set sail.
You act right.
Time.
Are you crying?
Happy for them. It took them so feelings for each other.
No, seriously,
Kinda
no
cringe,
idea.
man.
I was there for years in the middle of the tension, just like, oh god, just date already. This is annoying. I have to live with one of you.
The idiots.
Maybe we can get through rehearsals with being grouchy all the now that he's got himself a boyfriend.
That would be very contrived character version, because like that's not necessarily the one thing that would fix out his entire thing. Hypothetically, don't answer that, Aidan. And also, now that I think about it, in the last episode, episode, Hailey says, I hope that I wouldn't want a girl to be the reason that the whole band like collapses, referring to Jake having a crush on, which may or may not be foreshadowing to future events. But we'll see that for later again. No. But it's interesting, I guess, that she thinks that any of them entering a relationship and somehow it would be a deal breaker, and yet choosing each other is not a risk.
Actually, that would be more. That's more of a risk because here's the thing. At least if someone,
I know,
at least if someone in the band, yeah, at least if someone in the band is into someone outside the band, that's one thing. But when you factor in two people in the band, imagine they break up. It's either one's gonna leave the band, both's gonna leave the band, and everything's gonna fall apart.
It's okay. People are easily replaceable.
That was exactly what I was implying, Aidan.
Well, I don't like implications. I like saying things out loud.
I mean, technically,
why am I even here then?
Because honesty. I don't know. Why are you here? Get out here, Jacob. Go, shoo, shoo.
Yeah, I can only.
Oh, that reminds me. Would you be free to come over to my place next week for band rehearsal?
Oh, yeah, I can make it.
Great. With all these recent disturbances, we really need to take rehearsals more seriously.
Aye, Captain.
So, Millie, when should we expect to see your confession to Elliot?
Oh, so they actually do know about that. Did Jake get revenge? I hope Jake got revenge for what Millie did last time.
Shut up, Sean. Come here.
Haley,
I mean, I guess they changed their mind about people dating outside the band, unless that thing was only pointed towards Jake, which seems kind of hypocritical.
I guess, yeah. Maybe, you know, I mean, Jake is, I guess, the most fickle out of all of them. At least to begin with,
I
maybe
guess.
Like said about him.
Hey, come back here, you little devil.
That should have been like a louder line. That delivery was not there.
Yeah, that should have been like, "Hey, come back here!" You know, like screaming almost because they were fairly gone.
That was Willy Wonka levels of enthusiasm. Stop! Don't come back.
Yeah.
And is she gonna arrive? There we go.
Hey guys.
Ghosty, I will say they do not develop either way. I'm gonna be honest.
There is still another season.
Well, okay, but that second season hasn't even been started and produced yet. Okay.
Okay, there's still another season.
It's being written. Anyway.
I really hope that you enjoyed this one.
Yeah, no, sorry.
It was quite the challenge for me, to say the least. I hope it was worth the wait and that you like the new glow up for the music freaks. I want to again thank.
I mean, yeah, the new glow up was actually, like, I feel like everything that we said, despite that, I mean, other like one or two things here and there, one of which was pointed out by Rosie Closey herself. Not really much to critique as far as the animation itself goes.
I mean, the animation's pretty.
I will say
the story is crap, but the animation's pretty.
Yeah, in that video, from Rosie Closey, she recognized the fact that a lot of people say it deserves to be on Netflix, and then she says, "Oh, that's wrong." I mean, if just like High Guardian Spice, I would be bullied by masses.
Okay.
Service.
Well,
this has
no.
Let's continue than High Guardian Spice does. And I think it's still a better story. The fact that it's despite the fact that it's this way.
Well, the thing about something like High Guardian Spice is the main controversy around it was mostly from its original promotion video. So basically, in its promotional video, one of the lines said is, keep in mind, no animation was shown, only vague concept arts and stuff like that. But the studio explicitly said,
it's a big controversial.
Yeah, no, but the studio explicitly said no one else can make something this heartfelt, implying that their product was so good because they put so much heart in it that no one else could top it. So when it officially came out and people saw all the flaws in it and how it wasn't that great of a show, then they're like, "Oh, so you lied. You went in the interview saying how it's so great because the studio behind it's so great, and it wasn't that great." So that's kind of why, because there was actually an animation studio behind it. But yeah, this may be torn apart a little bit by people, but not as much, because unless Rosie Closey explicitly goes on interviews and being like, no one else can make something as great as my series, because my series is the most heartfelt, best series in the world, you know, unless she says something like that and does something like that gives the implication that she thinks she's better than a lot of other series, or that her series is so amazing and top tier, then people will start actively looking for holes, versus, you know, if she didn't see them, just put the series out there to speak for itself and be like, hey, this series is about this. Here's some concept art. I hope you enjoy it whenever it comes out. That's one thing. But when you say lines like that, it's like, questionable. It comes off questionable, basically.
There are plenty of people who can like say
My
type it up for her.
anti-capitalism instincts have arisen from the dead for like 5 minutes. Studios lie all the time, and they pay critics to say specific things depending on what they think is good or bad, and no critics truly exist in 2023. No, Hades, don't bring me back yet.
And now,
I kind of felt a hand. Wait a minute, I just felt a hand from Hades. You know, I may start sharpening my knife right now.
I think the implication of that was that Hades was going.
Yeah, but I think it brushed against me.
Oh, because the two
I
of you
like how you say it,
so close together right now.
like Hades. I like how you call Hades
is an object. I don't know. Listen.
And not the patch to. Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's why the whole.
They check over the scripts to make.
Who says it for hands?
Well,
like the hands are attached to a
most
person.
people.
I always hear people go like his hand, her hand, their hand, not its hand.
If you were to okay, to describe
what am I saying? Like, oh look, it's the hand of Hades reaching out from the underworld.
Okay, that makes sense.
Give me a second, Aidan. Yeah, Shorty, if you were to describe your left hand right now, what would you say?
My hand.
No, as in like describe your left hand.
White.
In a sentence. Describe it in a sentence.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
No.
Oh, I thought you caught on by that.
You would say it is white and pale. For example, one on my hand, it has a smaller red dot, which is a scar from something I picked
Yeah, but that's talking about your own hand, not someone else's hand.
Okay, then let's talk about your hand.
Describe my right hand then.
Your Jacob's.
You're trying so hard not to say it in referring to a hand.
No. I'm trying to think of like you. Okay, you could say it multiple times. His hand, Jacob's hand, their hand is.
That defeats the purpose of pronouns. The reason that pronouns exist is to make sure you don't have to do that.
But that's what I do.
I know that.
I just don't use
pronouns for anything.
I'm a complicated.
That's what I do. I'm a complicated individual.
Yeah. That's what I do. Because I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself, not someone else's hand. You guys are weird.
Shorty says for the real ending of this video. You guys are weird. Oh, this is easy.
Man, you give the vibe. Man, I mean, it sounds like, oh god, it reminds me when people say like there are no pronouns in the Constitution, or like when they like refer or word it as you weirdos who use pronouns. Like we all have pronouns, or I bet you have pronouns. Like yes,
I am.
Everyone has pronouns. Everyone has pronouns. I hate when people say that. That annoys me. It's like everyone.
I'm using pronouns. You can't tell me I'm not because I know I am.
Are you?
Yeah,
you? Are you?
Yes! His, her, their. Those are pronouns.
And we.
Yeah.
You and we.
Yeah, but you guys said it. I mean, it is pronouns. Depending on
Yes,
the
exactly.
person.
That's what we're getting at. Not even like depending on like anything that it applies to, like a hand. For example.
Yeah, but a hand is kind of. I don't know. You guys are weird.
Okay, we're confused. We're confusing Shorty. We should just go on. My hand is pretty tan. I spent a lot of outside, and it has sunburns.
You should have put it has a sunburn. It's not grammatically correct.
You smile and I get sunburned.
My head has been burned, so it needs some medical attention.
Okay, that makes sense.
My head's underwater.
Continue the video. I gotta go
You're
soon.
crazy and I.
Okay. Final thoughts. Jesus. Final thoughts, Jacob.
Let's go first. Say the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Let me pull a seance real quick to summon BB back. I summon to the almighty Hades, devil, whatever out there. Please bring back BB as a ghost so she can tell us her final thoughts before she leaves this mortal coil forever. I think it worked. Did it work?
I'm not hearing anything.
I know. We I know. We had a cool witch. Like, you know.
Read the Odysseus.
Odysseus?
Odysseus. Read the Odysseus first and figure out the actual ritual. I don't know. I don't have time for this. Johnny, are you here?
No, yes, Papa.
Johnny, please appear.
Charlie, are you here?
Yes, I heard that, but no, that worked. BB, not your. Here. Tell us your thoughts.
I did at the very beginning. The giraffe was very good. I thought it was an interesting thing.
It would have been. I wish there was a giraffe. Yeah.
The glow up was all right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was as egregious of an episode as you guys were building up. I'm gonna be honest. I think you guys really set my expectations to be high, and I think I'm a bit disappointed, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's an unhealthy relationship, but it's like, okay, that's about it.
I
mean, I don't know why we even keep Xander around in the first place. I'm just saying, just get rid of Xander and
No, then everything will be boring. Oh.
Man, I like to think she was just trying to get Xander with a boyfriend, so that way he would move in with him instead.
I don't think that's the case.
No.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to live with him, and if I knew he had a crush, yeah, I'd try to get a free house.
Well, you do realize minors don't really move out of their house.
They can if they have emancipation. Also, we don't know how old they are. At least I don't. Well, do we actually?
I think Sean's 18, but everyone else is like 17 something.
Really?
Either 17 or 16, because they're like juniors.
You can get emancipation You can get emancipation at 17. Also, a lot
16. Sean's a senior and he's gonna graduate soon.
I mean,
also, if it's anything like my school, then they're all
technically
probably
you can get married. Okay, you can get married as a minor, but that's with parental permission.
I don't know that is legal.
That is legal because a lot of people do think it's. Oh, look. A lot of people who want to protect the children also didn't vote to make child marriage illegal, who scream about how we must protect the youth and the innocence of children. So, just so you know.
Nope, you're wrong. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, no, child
no, you're wrong. Technically, you can, but it's not arranged as an actual arrangement. Or arrangement would imply that it would probably be forced that much.
No one said it was.
No, no one said it wasn't arranged. I'm just
I
saying
did.
that
No
like
one-
people 17-year-olds can get married.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Well, Aidan was talking about an arranged marriage.
No, I'm talking about
No.
technically you can get married.
He wasn't.
I was
Oh, well,
just
it
saying
sounded
child
like you were
marriage-
just describing an
child-
arranged marriage.
Child marriage is a thing, which is very questionable because I don't think I think like 16 or 17-year-olds should be able to get married because it's really hard to get unmarried, and get divorced.
That's a pretty
Not many-
controversial opinion, I think. I don't know if you should be saying things like that,
And plus, most people plus most minors who get married are because one of them got pregnant out of wedlock. So the parents both come together and be like, okay, hey kids, you guys have to get married because if it comes out that you got
Yeah, I'm
married,
just
got
boxes
pregnant
right
out
now
of
on the
wedlock,
advertiser guidelines.
got pregnant out of wedlock, then you can't. Then you got to get married because then it'll look terrible on us because we care about that for some reason. Anyways, welcome.
Oh
to the
my
world.
goodness! From this conversation, guys, I wonder why my account got terminated. Let's pet into this now. What was the issue, Johnny? Please tell us while Shorty gives this episode.
My final
gotta go soon.
thoughts were it wasn't really good. I mean, it was decent. It was okay, but I wouldn't call it like anything, to be satisfied about. I mean, the ship, it's very not good, and like I said before, I hope in the future they either break up or mend it. And then it's weird. It's like, why do those things? It just seemed so. How do you word? Like you can kind of like tell where it's going. Like when
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable. Like when Stacy kissed him, and then Xander ran off because he didn't want to hear an explanation, which an explanation could have fixed it in a matter of seconds.
And in fact, it did, because that was the next scene.
Yeah, that was the next scene, but they didn't need to run off. He could have just told Xander, "Hey, it's not what it looks like. She randomly kissed me. Can I talk to you?" You didn't really need to run off outside. I mean, yeah, the scene makes it beautiful, but like,
It's stupid.
it's stupid. Okay, that's my thought.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah. So actually, yeah. So well, you're actually reminds me of something else because yeah, like that scene, the way it didn't even need to happen, because actually the only reason that like serves at all is that's what makes Luke blurt out that he likes Xander in the first place, because he says it in the heat of the moment, which takes away also the agency, getting enough courage to actually take the step together, which is what the song was calling up to. The song was completely redundant, and no one's brought it up because of how little impression it on the episode itself. I barely remember a thing about it right now. I literally just watched it. It's interesting because this episode is essentially the living proof of the concept of valuing story nation. Because that's what I said back in the day with the mutant girl, Grace. The only going for me at all was the writing. That's the only reason people have stuck around for as long as they actually did, and the reason why I call a lot of visual upgrades people talk about nowadays, lip syncing particularly, but also some of these animations, they're great, but they're unnecessary. At the core, even if if it's ever seen people watching this thing, but it depends on how many Adult Swim cartoons people might actually end up seeing, for example, or some other like low budget things in general that might not be for that age range. Yeah, yes, the quality can be muffled, like as a story keeps you invested. Characters do. That's what people care about. So like everything that Rosie Cosby said in her video ended up coming true. With her crying about it immediately after it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Up to, I would see what led up to the discontent place. There's all of those things. So hopefully this will be like the lesson to people that, you know, even if you're a popular guy, the series ever made, like the essential part should always be the series itself. But it doesn't matter how many like flashy upgrades you actually have, how many times people can compare it to literal magic. Eventually, people are going to see behind, and they're going to reveal the map magic for the trick it really is. So there you go.
Well said.
Good here, right? Also,
yes,
I literally nothing else to say.
Okay. Johnny got reported over outrage comments apparently.
I don't know what
there was so that was. Oh, that was about the channel termination. I just wanted to like bring that up before we left, because I said, "Oh yeah, please explain that." No background to it. Okay, but yeah, okay, we made it 2 hours only, just so we could wait an extra Tuesday for that. But now I drew a opinion match everyone's ready on the channel. Let me know if there's been some comments on the video itself, and on that until time for well. And of course, we'll see you all soon enough for another Butter Bunch video.
Drugs.